All right, happy Friday. What is up, Los Angeles? He's Doug McCain. I'm Bill Reiter. DMAC and Reiter presented by DTLA Law Group on the new 97.1 The Fan, the voice of LA sports. Accident or injury, visit calldowntown.com. That's calldowntown.com. You can call us. We'd love you to. A bunch of you have been calling in. Do it again today. Hang out with us. Chop it up. 855-97 LA Fan is the phone number. You can also jump over on YouTube on the stream at The Fan LA. Get in the comment section. The Lakers could be problematic for the Dodgers situation. Again, we're not talking the Dodgers are being sold, but we are talking the risk of a real Dodgers impact has gone from 0.1% to 3%. We'll update you on that, and some not so great vibes for Rob Pelinka. We're going to give some goals for the Dodgers for the rest of the way through the season. We'll update you on a bunch of other stuff. And again, 855-97 LA Fan. Let's start here though. Big series against the Brewers got underway last night. Roki was a little wilder again. We saw some of those signs from maybe before that All-Star game turn, but gutted through it. Dodgers were in absolute position to win that game, had a lead, gave the ball to Edwin Diaz, and the $69 million man blew his third save last night in his last 4 appearances. He has 14 appearances so far on that $69 million contract, and his earned run average, his ERA, is 11.57. Panic time, or this is a bad stretch time? Because you and I a week ago were going, all right, what we're going to do is let him get the rust off and not overreact and not get too frustrated. In fact, do you want to hear from Edwin and Dave Roberts before you tell us? Because I think you are, I say this all the time, you are the preeminent Dodgers expert out there, right? Even if you're a bad friend sometimes. You're great at the Dodgers. Here's Edwin Diaz last night. And credit to him, man. This is what I love about ball players. They show up, right? He showed up, he faced the media, and he talked about another brutal performance.
I was throwing strike ball, right in the middle, and every big league hitter can hit fastball right in the middle. You can throw 200 miles an hour, and the way he hit it. So I gotta get better on that. I know I'm struggling, so I wanna do the best thing for our team. At the end of the day, if they give me the ball in the night, I will try to do my job. If they give me the ball in another inning, we try to do my job. I just gotta get better, be consistent. Yeah, it's frustrating because I know I know my ability. I know what I can do in the mound, and don't be able to do it sucks. I just gotta come tomorrow and try to keep getting better.
Dave Roberts, of course, was asked about this, and specifically here, as you listen to Dave's answer, was asked whether he would consider taking that high-priced closer out of the closer position.
Who's the other option, Bill? I mean, you look back at the last week, and guys have struggled, and then I'm not going to sit here and play carousel and chase my tail and say when the guy's struggling, and then when he doesn't pitch well, then it's why are you pitching him? So I don't do that. Everyone's got a role. They all have jobs to do, and they all have to do their job. That's it.
Is he right?
I think, look, you look at where Dave Roberts is at, and he talked a lot about urgency. He talked about how important this series was, and we saw Mookie out of the lineup. We saw Kyle Tucker out of the lineup a couple of days ago. How about the urgency, Bill, of removing a closer that has been awful since he's returned from the IL? He's got an ERA close to 12. He's got 3 blown saves over the last week. And as far as the other options, I think that this is a part of a couple different things. And I will get into Edwin Diaz a second here because I think that there's a world where Edwin Diaz, if he doesn't get right, he won't be on the Dodgers postseason roster. And that a part of that...
What does that look like? And I'm not arguing with you. What is his level of performance that triggers that decision? We have a long ways between now and playoff baseball, but not that far. What has to happen? What has to continue to happen for him to be not playing postseason baseball for the Dodgers?
Just continue to blow saves. And I think, too, on top of that, it's just the stuff hasn't been good. That's the number one thing about all of this. is you just look at that ninth inning, and he goes out there. The Dodgers have a 4-2 lead. He did strike out Contreras to start that inning, but then it was death by paper cuts. He gave up a single to Ortiz, and that's a four-seam fastball at 95, right out over the plate. Then Hamilton singles, that's right out over the plate. Then Churio singles, and then Mitchell singles. It was single, single, single. So it's not like there was a lot of slug, but it also felt like this is a Brewers lineup that was looking at that Edwin Diaz fastball like it was a piñata at a birthday party. They wanted their chance to whack it, right? And they put it in play, and then all of a sudden, he blew another save. And the concerning thing for me, Bill, is look, it's understandable that he's not the dominant superstar Edwin Diaz right out of the gates because he's coming back off an injury, he's coming back off of surgery, and you could view this as maybe his tune-up, his spring training. But the reason why I do think there's a world where he doesn't make the postseason roster and where they move off him as a closer is because the stuff is just getting destroyed. Right now, opponents are hitting 393 off that fastball. Last year, it was 133. So they're beating up on the fastball. He has not had success. He looks like he's lost his confidence out there. And I think if you are Dave Roberts, I want to throw this out there. Because when he asked that question yesterday about what are my other options, I think that it was Dave Roberts saying, look, I am going to allow Edwin Diaz to show us who he is. And if what he is an ineffective bad closer, Dave Roberts is going to go to whoever else is making the decisions in the baseball ops department and say, look, Edwin Diaz can't get it done. I need to consider another option here, whether it's Tanner Scott, Hiroki Sasaki, throw Tyler Glass now into the bullpen. They're going to have some options, and it's not like they haven't done this before. A few years ago, Craig Kimbrell was the Dodgers closer in the regular season. He didn't even make the NLDS. Last year, Tanner Scott, he couldn't get it done for most of the season. He ended up having surgery, so he didn't play in the postseason as well. So I do think there's a world where if he continues to struggle, yes, it costs $69 million, but the Dodgers will eat that if they feel like he doesn't give them the best chance to win. So I think he's going to be pitching for his closer's role in the next couple of weeks here.
DMAC and Reiter here on the new 97.1 The Fan, the voice of LA Sports. Your view on the Dodgers is something we want to hear about. You can call us at 855-97-LA-FAN. You can also hit us on the chat at The Fan LA, at The Fan LA. I am going to give you some perspective that is going to sound like I am catastrophizing, but I don't think that I am. Can I give you a trying to see the forest, the trees for the forest for the trees? Can I give you an expression that I don't understand or know how to use by way of making my point? What if this is just the symptom of a team that's not a very good baseball team right now? If you go back to July 1st, this Dodgers team is basically a 500 ball club. Their offensive production over that stretch is 15th in baseball. Their earned run average is worse than that in terms of rankings. And yeah, you've got guys who are playing really well. Shohei Ohtani right now, since July 28th, is hitting 356 with an 1159 OPS. He's got 5 homers and 13 runs driven in over that stretch, and the Dodgers are 6-10. We talked about Kyle Tucker on that road trip away from Dodger Stadium, which has become, to quote Doug McCain, the kryptonite to whatever superpowers he has had. He was awesome over that sort of time away from Dodger Stadium. The Dodgers were still 1-6. I know Glass now is nearing a return. Obviously, Blake Snell returned this week and looked absolutely incredible. Tarek Skubal's been added to the mix, but we still have this weird, cursed, haunted house at the 2 spot in the lineup. We still have, despite the fact that Mookie Betts has had a pretty good stretch, a Mookie Betts that's been a problem this year. Kyle Tucker doesn't know how to play baseball when he's at Dodger Stadium, and it remains to be seen if he's gotten his swagger back away from Dodger Stadium. That road trip, that 7-game stretch notwithstanding, this just hasn't been a very good Dodgers team for a long time now, dude.
You're absolutely right. They have not been a good team. And a lot of people point to that gaudy run differential that they have that leads Major League Baseball, but most of those wins came early on this season. Bill, the Dodgers have not won a game by 5 runs or more since they beat the Yankees on July 19th.
That's a great stat.
So that tells you they're not blowing out teams with explosive offense. That tells you that from a pitching standpoint, they haven't been the team that they were early on the year when their bullpen was much improved and they were keeping the ball in the yard. Right now, this is a team that's offense has not answered the bill, that's pitching is still trying to get right, and if that's the strongest case that you believe in this team because the postseason is built on elite starting pitching and the Dodgers are are in a position to have that with Yamamoto, Ohtani potentially coming back, Snell, Glasnow, and Skubal. But right now, if you have a bullpen that your $69 million closer, a guy that was supposed to be elite, a guy that was supposed to come out, slam the door shut, turn the lights off, if you have any doubt about him, that is going to make life difficult for your offense, life difficult for your rotation. And two, Bill, let's be honest, man. Let's be honest. That entrance music is not hitting right now. When you hear the Narco by Timmy Trumpet, used to give me adrenaline, now gives me anxiety, right? I mean, it just cringed to me. I think that, look, I was saying yesterday he's Ed Lose Diaz, right? Because he's not winning right now. I don't think he's winning all over a lot of fans by coming out to this crazy Timmy Trumpets, all this excitement, and then he's out there serving meatballs like he's a waiter at Buca de Beppo, dude. Like, he's just not that guy, and he has to answer the bill. And I don't know if he needs to change that walkout song, that entrance music to the Jaws theme where, hey, at least it tells me something bad is going to happen. I'll be ready for it. But I think things need to change. And if I'm Dave Roberts, the last thing I want to hear him say is to reporters, oh, hey, do you want my options? What are my other options? Dave, you have other options. And Tanner Scott's an option. You just optioned Seth Halverson. You have options. So I will say this, though, that the master plan of things, and Dave has done this before, where it's I'm going to run guys out that they're telling me I should be pitching, only to prove that that guy doesn't have it, so Dave can go to Roki, so Dave can consider other postseason options. So, look, if Edwin Diaz doesn't pitch well, the Dodgers aren't going to give a damn that they gave him $69 million.
Did you just say give a damn? I just want Doug McCain bingo again.
Oh, no.
No, I'm just kidding. We're not doing that today. It'd be funny, though.
Was that on there?
No, yeah, it was. Well, it should have been.
Bingo.
That's a callback to yesterday. The Dodgers bullpen going back to July 23rd has an earned run average of 4.71. That is 23rd in baseball. Since July 1st, the Dodgers, July 1st is a long time, are 15th in runs scored in baseball. They are 16-8 over that stretch. They have spent a lot of money on Edwin Diaz. He has not played well. They have spent a lot of money on Kyle Tucker. He has not played well. I would maintain that this is a team that is not a very good baseball team over the second half of the stretch of the season and even before that. So let me ask you a philosophical baseball question. And the premise may be wrong, and it very well could be proven wrong between now and the end of the season. I'm not planting my flag and saying, this Dodgers team sucks. I am saying that over a very big sample size, they have not played well. They have been a mediocre to less than mediocre baseball team, despite getting remarkable performances from Shohei Ohtani, despite having guys that are obviously massively talented who have had amazing moments. Let's just say the Dodgers get to the playoffs and they limp into the postseason, and you still have Kyle Tucker, who's not performing remotely at the level you need for a guy you paid $60 million, who was, as you said many times, a floor raiser, which I needed yesterday for Doug McCain bingo. And Edwin Diaz is, let's say he's not even blowing three saves out of every four appearances. Let's just say he's not particularly impressive, even if he improves a little bit. And let's say that Mookie Betts is not the player we've seen the last three games, or at least the 3 games in that Royals series. Do you think a baseball team in general, and the Dodgers specifically, when they're not playing well for 2 or 2.5 months, with back-to-back World Series championships in their belt, can just flip a switch and suddenly play world-class baseball?
I think for a lot of teams they can't. I think for the Dodgers team, you could make the case that they could, but that doesn't mean they will. And I think that for this Dodgers team right now, the losses in August, the potential losses in September could lead to more games in October. And for a team that is the oldest position player group in the sport, for a team that has played a ton of baseball, why would you put yourself in a situation where, Bill, it's not the math will math here. You don't have to be a rocket surgeon, a brain scientist to understand that the shorter the series is, the higher the probability is that a bad team will beat a good team. So if you play a team like the Phillies in a 3-game series at home, a lot can go wrong. If you play a better team in the NLDS in a 5-game series, a lot can go wrong. And right now, the Dodgers, they really should be looking at that bye situation and say, hey, we want to play the least amount of games, but this is also a team that is not whole right now, but they have gone a very, very long stretch where the offense has been inconsistent, the bullpen has not been good. Another thing, too, is with Ohtani out, and him not pitching, that taxes the bullpen more, right? And that starts to add up too. And the bill becomes due on that as well. And the payment on that is throwing guys that are not as fresh. And what really hurt yesterday too, Bill, was, look, this is a 4-game series against a really good Brewers team. Now you're...
Yes, important series.
Important series. 'Cause this is really one of the defining series of the season. And last night, where the Dodgers are at, yes, you wanted to win that game for a lot of different reasons, but also because you pushed all the chips in yesterday. You were using those high-leverage relievers. Roki Sasaki, I think, gutted out a really good start. We'll talk about your boy Roki.
I love it. By the way, you had a tweet that was so on point. Can I praise you by way of praising Roki? And I don't. You know what? You tell us the tweet. Do you know what I'm talking about?
Which one?
It was the one about how badly that guy wants to be great.
Oh yeah. Okay, I thought it was the Baila la Roki, greater than sign Timmy.
Don't show off your ability to roll
Baila
your
la
R's.
Roki.
You know, I want to be able to do it. I can't do it.
But here's the thing. You know what's funny? You have been Mr. Roki Sasaki. That's your guy.
Yeah.
You're all in. You bought all the real estate on Roki Sasaki Island, right?
Holding it.
You're that dude.
Yeah.
Well, guess what?
Talk to me.
It's kind of one of those things.
Well, guess what?
We talk about this is where when one, it's kind of the bullpen whack-a-mole situation, right? When one guy goes down, another guy pops up. Well, guess what? The Dodgers bullpen, the way it's laid out and the way the rotation's laid out, there's not a spot for Roki Sasaki to start. And I think the stuff looks good enough. It looks encouraging enough to say to yourself, well, wait a second. How could you ever make the case that
this is me waiting a second.
Edwin Diaz is better than a possible Roki Sasaki closing situation? And you saw that video, right? He's on the dugout. Yeah. He's sweating profusely.
He's pissed off or sad.
He's pissed. He wanted to throw a perfect game last night, right? And I think that
I love it.
For
this guy
Roki,
cried.
He cried.
You know what he did? He proved that there should be crying in baseball.
There's no crying in baseball. Me Duggan.
I had it. I was there, baby.
But
I was there.
The thing, too, is I know you saw the game last night, and you saw the execution for Edwin Diaz. And there's a stat that if you are going to play the optimism card and look at the Michelada half full for Edwin Sugar Diaz, that would be that he has a lifetime ERA plus of 144. Last season, he was dominant. That doesn't mean there's a carryover. He had a sub ERA, a 1.6 ERA around that. His batting average on balls in play, Bill, where anytime the ball is put in play with Edwin Diaz on the mound, that batting average is 514. League average is usually anywhere from 290 to 300. So basically, anytime there's a bat-to-ball situation with Edwin Diaz on the mound, the hitter's Ted Williams plus. So,
but let me ask you this, and that stat's a great stat. Are you suggesting he's getting unlucky, or are you allowing for the fact that people are hitting that ball about as hard as you hit your lies on Jersey Day?
Lies!
Because they are hitting him really hard.
He's getting hit extremely hard. Absolutely, getting hit extremely hard. And two, on top of everything else, just you look at the execution of it. When he's good, when Edwin Diaz is right, this is what you need to look for. He's living up in the zone. He's living on the corners. Right now, he's keeping it too much out of the plate and not low enough, right?
All right, let me give you some positivity and then let me give you some negativity, because that's a really good point. And something you and I have discussed is the fact that he has just returned from loose elbow. I'm so tired of that.
Loose bodies?
Loose bodies or whatever. Yeah. So we've said he needs time to get into rhythm and get confidence and get the rust off. And maybe location's part of that. So maybe that's the positive thing. There is a tendency, there's a human nature tendency that I think confounds and misleads fans, sports media people, and GMs. It was true when I covered the NBA. It was true when I covered the NFL. It's true like a million years ago when I covered a little bit of baseball. And it may be true here. People are programmed to see in sports what they think they're supposed to see, so that their friends don't think they're stupid and their colleagues don't make fun of them. And you don't suffer from this, and I don't either. But most people that do what we do for a living are much more worried, in my opinion, about what their colleagues and their friends think than what their audience thinks. Right? There's a lot of sort of social pressure in sports to see things the right way. It's why a Sam Presti or an Andrew Friedman or anyone else who kind of zigs when the rest of the world zags is able to dominate so much, because it takes a lot of guts to go out on your own. Here's my point as it relates to the Dodgers. We're supposed to say the Dodgers are amazing. We're supposed to see them as invincible. They've won 2 consecutive World Series. They are, and I stand by this, run by the best, not just baseball person, I think front office person in professional sports, bar none right now today, and I think would be in the running all time on those lists. They've spent $1 million bajillion. They usually spend it pretty well. Shohei Ohtani is the best, I think, player of all time. If he's not, he's the second best. We think he's the best baseball player in the history of the game. Everything about the Dodgers is programmed to make you believe that you're supposed to say that they're inevitable, that they're great, they're going to win. And they reinforce that by going and get a Tarek Skubal the trade deadline. They reinforce that by bringing a Blake Snell, right, sort of off of the IL, and he pitches amazingly. But the fact is, it's not even an eye test. They haven't been very good since July 1st. And that's despite the fact that Shohei Ohtani is Shohei Ohtani, at least offensively still. It's despite the fact that Roki Sasaki has done everything that a Glasnow or a Snell would have done had they been in the lineup since the All-Star game. And the guy has, entering yesterday's game, had a 1 point, whatever it is, 80 earned run average, whatever the numbers are. You spent a bunch of money. The Dodgers spent a bunch of money on Kyle Tucker. Hasn't worked out. They spent a bunch of money on Edwin Diaz. Hasn't worked out. They had planned for Ohtani to be a pitcher this year. That's obviously not going to happen right now. Maybe it is in the postseason. Maybe it's just possible that they're just not very good right now. And we're all missing the degree to which we should be worried and freaked out because we are trained. I am trained. I'm wearing a Dodgers jersey. We're all trained to think, nah, it's all going to be fine because they're the Dodgers.
That's the thing. It's not all fine. It is not all fine. And I think we've seen a long enough sample size to know this is not an elite team. I'll throw one more thing out there, too, is they're not finishing games. Last week, the Dodgers had not lost a game in 65 games where they had the lead after 8 innings. Since then, they've lost 2 of their last 5 games. Both of those losses were there with Edwin Diaz on the mound. And I think there's another reason why, too, the arm angle. His arm angle has dropped from 19 degrees to 15 degrees on that slider. That could probably potentially explain why that slider is running into the barrel of opposing bats. But look, you're absolutely right. This team, it's a reason why teams don't three-peat. It's hard.
They're on a clock. Absolutely. You know what I'm saying?
I see that.
What are you writing down?
This is my nervous tick when I get exposed for going over the clock.
No, don't. That's an inside joke between me and you.
Ah, Spain, baby! Oh, no.
All right. DMAC and Reiter on the new 97.
Cancun, baby, where the Dodgers are going if they don't get it together.
What is your... Doug and I want to know, what is wherever you're listening, however you're listening, to what degree... Because I think the answer is the whole range is reasonable. To what degree are you worried about the Dodgers, or do you think worried about the Dodgers is farcical and stupid? You can say it now if you call in, or you can say it however you want. 855-97-LA-FAN. Call in, tell us what is your worry level 1 to 10 on the Dodgers. 855-97-LA-FAN. Everybody in the chat, slam that like button. Get your answers there too. We want them. We'll keep talking Dodgers. Next year, DMAC and Reiter. All right, welcome back into the show. DMAC and Reiter, presented by DTLA Law Group on the new 97.1 The Fan, the voice of LA sports. Accident or injury. Text injury help to 40222. That is injury help to 40222. Do you ever have an expression that you used to hate and then you learn to love? I have one. I'm going to give it to you.
Was it?
That team, that player is playing with their food.
Oh, okay.
The Dodgers are playing with their food.
Yeah, they absolutely feel like that way.
Right?
Yeah, they do. I mean, they look like they're a little checked out. I wouldn't say they look checked out, but they look
Don't make
like...
Jerry Harrison Jr. got mad the other day. I think it was the morning show. What
happened?
It's a long season.
Oh, okay.
I love Jay Hair, but come on, man.
So here's the thing. When you're a marked team, when you're an older team, when you're a team that's not at full strength, when you're a team that teams get up to play for, you got to be at your best every day. And that's why if you want to put on that Dodgers uniform and do something like Bill Reiter's doing, rocking that Dodger blue,
baby.
that wedding gown white with his name on the back, which is a major flex.
Wow.
Reiter.
Thank you for not saying it correctly.
You have to absolutely
You're like Edwin
embrace
Diaz
it.
on that. It's touch and go.
Yeah, exactly. Right. So you have to absolutely embrace the idea that, hey, we are attempting to do the impossible, or at least what feels like the impossible, and that is win 3 straight champions and be championships and World Series and be the first team in American sports to three-peat since the Lakers. So that is a part of the process, a part of the problem, but it does sort of feel like this Dodgers team, in the back of their minds, especially considering all these rest days, considering all these late game collapses of late. And by the way, you're basically running with the 7-man bullpen with Shohei Ohtani out.
The defense has been a little shaky, which
defense,
is kind of a focus
base
thing.
running.
Can I read you the worry levels from some of the folks here?
Let's hit it.
All right. Justin Holman's 1666, worry level 7.6. No tan line drop, who won our giveaway yesterday.
Yo.
Worry level 4.72. I love how specific that is. Ipe from prison, who has bigger things to worry about because he's from prison. Worry level 7.4. Jimmy Hernandez, worry level 3. So here's the thing, and not all of those answers are really defensible, and we're going to find out which of them turn out to be true. There's a lot of reasons that I have a little bit of a panic alarm going off for the Dodgers. Not hot take, they can't do it, but just, hey, you might want to get the ship right on several levels because maybe it is taking on water. Maybe there is a disaster impending. Maybe being the key word. I walked us through a lot of them. The main thing is one of the first things you ever said to me. Can I pull back the curtain here a little bit, Oz style?
Let's hit that.
How we built this show?
Yes.
When we before this, we went live May 19th. Does that sound like the day we went live on this network?
May 18th.
May 18th.
The day that changed my life forever.
We hung out, we drank, we talked on the phone, we met Bursch. The three of us talked about how to build a show. We did 1 billion practice shows, and we put together a list of things that we should talk about if it was slow over the course of the summer. Before we really knew each other and the vibe and what we wanted the show to sound like, there were a lot of things that we sort of were pre-planning in case we needed things to sort of get through a 4-hour show. And I learned very quickly that you bring, your expression, not mine, your facts to the fight. Something that you do. Oh, I should have put that in Doug McCain bingo, and I forgot.
I'm not doing my same phrase, man. I'm saying, you mean the info to the battle. That doesn't work.
You got. I want you to love you as much as I know you do.
Dare to be different.
Dare to be alliteration's great. I'll put alliteration in there. You said to Ryan and I multiple times, this Dodgers team is old. This Dodgers team is old. You basically said the Dodgers' age is an iceberg, and we don't know when the Titanic's going to hit it, but it's going to hit it. You didn't put it that way. That's really eloquent. That's me just summarizing.
I was about to say, that was nice.
I'm also
Titanic.
So I have it on a list somewhere, and it's a thing that I've kept an eye on. And you brought up, I think, here and there on the show that they have the oldest position group, right, in baseball. Part of my worries about this very complicated recipe of mediocrity that we've seen from them is that it's not a passing fad, that it's not a championship sort of two of them lull hangover, that it's not a long season catching up with them, that it's a lot of things, but at the base, it's an old baseball team starting to play like an old baseball team.
They are, and that's the thing about this team, this roster, and that's something that we always feared, and this is why you make additions like Kyle Tucker, a guy that's 29 years old in the peak of his prime, or at least he's supposed to be. That's why you go out there and you add an Edwin Diaz. That's why you develop young talent. Andy Pajes has done his part emerging. Roki Sasaki has had himself a really good year for a young pitcher. Same with Justin Robleski. But the success or failure for the Dodgers is always about how well are their best players playing. And right now, even Shohei Ohtani is having a down year offensively. Mookie Betts, we've talked about him. Better week, but he's been down all year. Even Freddie Freeman, by his standards, He's had a down year. So all these guys across the board, really look at this entire roster. This entire roster as a whole, outside of Andy Pages and Max Muncy, every single Dodger, including the unicorn, the great Shohei Ohtani, including Freddie Freeman, they are having down years based on their standards. And I think, too, on top of everything else, there might be this level of confidence that this team has, knowing what you said in the first segment. Can you flip that switch? Last season, they did flip that switch. You played in the wild card round. You went on the road every single series, NLDS, NLCS, and the World Series, and still won Game 7 on the road. So this team probably thinks in the back of their mind, hey, there's nothing that we can't do. There's no challenge that's too big enough for us. And I think what this team has, Bill.
I look at you, right?
Yeah. You know what I think this team might have, Bill?
Tell me.
So your daughter, she's graduating high school next year, right? Why do you look like...
She's getting too big enough.
Okay.
You know?
I think the Dodgers might have a little case...
Yes, a year from now.
A year from now, right? I think the Dodgers have a little case of senioritis. And that senioritis is, hey, they've already been accepted into college, right? Because they have a 100% chance of getting into the postseason. 100% chance. So for the Dodgers, October is college, and they've been taking the same classes every year. Win the division, get to the postseason, win the World Series. They've taken these classes over and over and over and over.
And you're riding this. No, I'm here.
And it just feels like, think about it, like when you, like, it's okay, I got into a Cal or NYU, UCSB, all these colleges, and you're just saying to yourself, do I really need to study? I already know where I'm going. They already know where they're going. They already know they're going to October. Even if they have a bad rest of this year, there still is a 100% chance they'll make it to the postseason, and they know last year they got there and they won the whole damn thing.
Yeah, I have a yes or no question for you.
Yeah.
There's no wrong answer.
Yeah.
Do you want some advice?
Yes.
Okay. When I was writing columns about LeBron, I wrote a Godfather column. The whole thing was like all the people in the Heat or wherever he was were Godfather characters. It was great. I started a Scarface one once. Halfway through it, I realized it wasn't working. I think maybe the senioritis thing. It's okay to just be like, you know what?
I'm sticking with it.
Okay. I'm going to give you a different perspective.
Okay.
That was just me taking a shot at you.
Share hello to my little friend.
It's just me lashing out that we don't get to work together next week. All right. Dude, missing. You know when dudes miss each other?
October is the post.
Now, I'm not going to tell you that I'm going to miss you. I'm going to be mean to you the entire day.
Mizzou.
Here's what I'm worried is going on. And this goes back to what I think I said, I think it was in the open. How we see things, we're sort of programmed to make sure we don't sound stupid, and so we are programmed to say the things everyone is supposed to say. You know I think Andrew Friedman's great. You know I think Dave Roberts is great, right? Are those fair statements?
Yes.
I'm on the record on those things?
You are.
We've talked a lot about how various people are letting the Dodgers down. What if actually, with the team getting older, what if the real issue is that Andrew Friedman and Dave Roberts are having a huge offseason? And their mistakes, and it happens, no one's infallible, are what could cost the Dodgers a World Series because their mistakes are the reason this team is not performing at the level they should. Andrew Friedman runs the front office, and the two big additions to solve problems were Edwin Diaz and Kyle Tucker in the offseason. And they have been disasters. That's an Andrew Friedman decision-making situation. Dave Roberts is one of the best, what I used to say, lever pushers, but you pull a lever, lever pullers in baseball. Kyle Tucker was on a tear, came back to Dodger Stadium, got benched on Monday. I know he had that pinch hit walk that led in the sixth inning to loading the bases and letting Max Muncy with 2 outs and bases loaded have that double that cleared the bases. But Kyle Tucker was on a tear. You and I were pissed off on Monday that he was in the lineup. He's 0 for 10 since then. Mookie Betts had a 3-game series against the Royals where he looked like Mookie Betts, where he was turning on the ball, where he was driving the ball, where he was playing really well offensively. Mookie Betts sat yesterday. I think he had a pinch hit and went 0 for 1. So there's no world, there's a possibility where the real issue is Andrew Friedman and Dave Roberts collectively have just had an off year. And if those guys have an off year and you have some other things happen, then you're not going to be able to get it done the way you're supposed to. DMAC and Reiter here on the new 97.1 The Fan, the voice of LA Sports. Jordan and Encino, stick with us. Hang with us. We really want to take your call. And all of you out there, like I'm actually trying to figure it out more than say the Dodgers are bad. I'm not saying the Dodgers are bad. They're just, I think there might be reasons to worry. And Doug's walking you through why there could be and what that could look like and how maybe they can flip that switch. So give us your take, 855-97 LA Fan. More Dodgers talk. Your calls next, DMAC and Reiter. Welcome back.
My Spain moves.
Which moves?
Spain. Spain, baby. Come on, man.
You did it first.
So addicting.
You're a bad influence on me. DMAC and Reiter here on the new it's not right. DMAC and Reiter presented by DTLA Law Group on the new 97.1 The Fan, the voice of LA sports. Accident or injury, visit calldowntown.com. That's calldowntown.com. I know you want to respond to the Andrew Friedman and Dave Roberts having an off year thing. Can I just add a point of order to my sort of worry that they're not having a great season? It's not mine. It's Speedster 2000 over on the chat on YouTube at the Fan LA makes a great point about Dave Roberts saying, it's funny in the clip he says, Bill, I must be talking to Plaschke, right? Or Plunkett, I guess?
Yeah, Plunkett.
It was a Plunkett. And Dave's answer was, give me a better option. Here is Speedster 2000's point. I don't want to hear him say we don't have another option when there are multiple. So he's not wrong, right? Like, if Edwin Diaz can't close a game and you're playing the Brewers and things aren't going well, the answer isn't, I don't have another option. The answer, if you're Dave Roberts, is figure it out, dude.
It is. I mean, that's the thing, too, especially when you have a bullpen that consists of other high-leverage arms, guys like Tanner Scott. I think the issue, though, we've talked about that, is just the fact that you got seven bullpen arms because of the Ohtani thing, but we got the people talking, right?
Yeah, I
Let's
totally
go.
forgot the call. I'm sorry, Jordan.
Hit us up.
I'm a bad host.
Yo.
My bad. Jordan and Sino, thank you for waiting as long as you did. We're so appreciative that you're listening to the show. You're on DMAC and Reiter.
Of course. Yeah, I'm starting to become a regular now. You know what I mean? I
love that, brother.
Right around this time, I start itching to call in. So
hell yeah.
I'm loving the new station. Listen, I have something I want to say first before I talk about the bullpen, because that's why I'm calling. But it's hard being a Dodger fan and a Laker fan right now. Okay, it's hard to be an LA sports fan morally. We've got all these investigations. Mark Walter has really put us in a predicament here because we're LA, man. We're LA. We're pretty much a liberal town. You know what I mean? We don't support a lot of the stuff that has gone on, man. This is crazy. This is crazy.
You're not alone, Jordan. A lot of folks feel that way. Yeah, man. I hear it.
Listen. I sit down to watch a baseball game or a Laker game. I don't want to think about anything. I want to shut off and enjoy the game, right? And then all this other stuff is bleeding in, and it sucks. It sucks, man. But it's just that said, let's talk about Diaz. Okay, he needs the guy. Obviously has some things to work out. He just had surgery on his elbow. It's going to take time. They're rushing him back because they want him ready for the playoffs. That's fine. But don't put him in high leverage anymore. It can't happen. No more high leverage. Sorry, pal. You're gonna be pitching in the sixth inning against the bottom of the lineup right now, and he needs a softer landing. I'm sorry. Tanner Scott was doing great. Yes, he blew a couple of saves, but Tanner's been having a great season. He's the closer. He's earned it. He's earned it. And plus, I think he's probably making more money than Diaz at this point. So we have the arms. We've got the guys. We have some beasts down there. And we're going to be getting some guys back. And you know what? In the postseason, I don't trust dude. The Mets obviously let him go for a reason. And my Mets fan friends laugh at me. They laughed at me when we signed Diaz. They were like, oh, good luck, pal. Good luck. You're going to love that guy. That's going to be awesome for you. You're going to halfway through the season, you're gonna be texting me, and I was last night. I was texting my friend Giraffe Neck, represent on YouTube. I don't know if you guys know who Giraffe Neck is, but he's a huge Mets fan influencer. And I was talking to him, and he was laughing at me, dude. He's like, obviously the dude is broken. Have fun with Diaz. Anyway, you guys agree with me though? I mean,
that's a great call, dude. Jordan. Yeah, no, brother. I love the. Do I agree with you? I thank you for the call, and we have a bunch more coming in at 855-97 LA fan. So, Mario, you're next up. Just bear with us. 30-second response to Jordan here. I don't hate the idea of let's be patient with Diaz as a fan base, maybe. But if that's the case, then the Dodgers have to manage him the way Jordan said is interesting. Like, no high leverage situations. Let him get in a rhythm. Let him be the close. Better be the closer in 3 weeks successfully than a failed closer over the next 3 weeks.
Yeah, the way he looks right now, he has no business pitching in the bottom of the ninth. He has no business being the Dodgers' closer right now. My counter to that, though, is what would you rather have? Would you rather have Edwin Diaz fail now or ramp him up and get him more comfortable in lower leverage situations, and then he falsely gains your trust and you throw him out there in the NLDS or the NLCS and he fails.
It's not binary. You can have him ramp up for a little bit and then have him close games. The season doesn't end in 3 weeks, so there's some time.
It doesn't, but to me, this is, look, you want to win the division, you want to win the league, you want to get the best postseason seeding, but what's the worst thing ever is where Edwin Diaz, this is a fire drill right now. It's a fire drill, but it's not the real fire. The real fire.
What's your take?
The real emergency is in the postseason. So I do think there's a little bit
You're Dave Roberts. What are you doing?
My take is the method to Dave's madness is he's going to throw Edwin Diaz out there, and when he fails, Dave Roberts is going to the organization like he has in years past and say, okay, I'm not using Diaz. I'm going to use Roki because Edwin Diaz is not good.
Dave is intentionally having the Dodgers blow 3 of 4 save opportunities.
I think there's a method to his madness.
Dude, you're allowed to criticize Dave Roberts.
I
checked our contracts.
I mean,
I looked.
It's not that I'm not criticizing Dave Roberts. I just think that this is more a critique of just the overall organization, their process, and how they go about things.
Why are you yelling? You're not yelling.
Hey!
855-97 LA fan. Let's go to Mario in La Habra. Mario, thank you for listening. You're on DMAC and Reiter.
Yes, sir. Hey, what up, guys?
Buddy?
How you guys doing?
Good, brother.
All right. So I just tuned in, so I don't want to sound regurgitated or repetitive, but I just want to say that it's easy for me to just sit here and point fingers and call people out, but I'm going to do it anyway. So I do want to call out management because they need to worry about putting us in a better position in the postseason, given that this team is getting old and it's very showing that it is, and we need that rest, that week rest, so we don't play in the wild card. So an example would be we saw a little Sparky in the bullpen by the name of Halverson, and what do? We send him down. And kind of like what you said, what we do with Tucker, he's on a roll, we sit him down. Muncy and Betts, they were getting the ball rolling, and the Muncie's been pretty hot. What do? We sit him down. Like, come on, guys. Like, what are we doing? We're supposed to take these games when we face mid-pitchers like we did yesterday, and we just can't get away with mistakes like that when we face the Brewers. So that's just my little take on that. And if, like I said, if I sound repetitive, my bad. But anyways, thanks for taking my call.
Yeah, Mario, you sound great, dude. Thank you for the phone call. Appreciate you listening. I think that's Mario also from the chat.
So
that's like, crossing the stream.
He's in there.
Take down the Marshmallow Man.
A little Mario
Radio style, yeah.
The Ghostbusters. Call. Get me the Ghostbusters.
Wait, why? What's that accent? Is that the guy says it?
Remember, she's the secretary.
Oh, that's her.
Yeah.
Who is in love with Igor?
Yeah.
Igor?
Yes, yeah, Igor. Yeah, we got one.
Wait, what's
the
her
call?
Do it again for me.
Get me the Ghostbusters.
Shout
out to Mario Land of their day, bro. Bringing it.
Your perspective on it is really, by the way, 855-97 LA fan. The Edwin Diaz thing is interesting because I don't want to be the overreaction guy, and his sample size is much smaller than Kyle Tucker's or Mookie Betts, the Royal Series notwithstanding, or whoever else you want to sort of point to. The bullpen's been bad for a very long stretch now. Not just Edwin Diaz. But man, you said it. I mean, it's been meat up there, dude. Like, he is throwing meatballs right now.
He absolutely is. That's the thing. His stuff just isn't electric. The dude is hittable. The dude does not look dominant. And you need that to win in the postseason. You need that when it's high leverage moments, under the bright lights, when it matters most. I have zero confidence in Edwin Diaz. I really don't. I think, too, the eyes don't lie either. I mean, you just look at what's in between the ears right now, and he looks like a guy that's shook. He looks like a guy that his putt game has disappeared and the hole looks super small, right?
I thought that you were going. I didn't know where you were. I'm like, wait, is that a baseball term I missed in my lifetime as a baseball fan?
Fred's trying to get me to golf more.
That's why you don't fake stuff. Like, yeah, man, hate it when ball players putt games. I know Saban. I know the Xerox double code numbers.
So look, there is a part of me. I know it kind of sounds a little diabolical, but there's a part of me that says, "Hey, fail now, and then you can't fail the Dodgers later." But let's allow Edwin Diaz to show us who he is.
I mean, I'm worried that what you're doing is Dave Roberts water in your cup and you're carrying it, from plays. That's what I'm worried. Let's do this. We're gonna do a-hole of the week nominees next hour. We'll push it off. We have a lot of comments. Please keep doing that on the chat at the Fan LA. We want to hear from you at 855-97 LA Fan. Here's the question we have for you and that we have for each other, and we're going to have, I think, this argument. We know that Andrew Friedman and Dave Roberts are amazing, but not every amazing performer, front office person, coach, player always does a great job. Have Andrew Friedman and Dave Roberts screwed up this season at the level the Dodgers should be at? I think yes. If it sounds like Doug says no, we'll chop it up next year on DMAC and Reiter. All right, welcome back into the show. Happy Friday. It's kind of a sad day for me. DMAC's going on vacation next week to an incredible city in Barcelona, but I'm going to miss him. Bursch is taking vacation. He's going to the Philippines with his wife for 9 weeks. We're going to miss him for the first half of that, and then we're going to be pissed off. So I'm going to miss you guys here on DMAC and Reiter, presented by DTLA Law Group on the new 97.1 The Fan, the voice of LA sports.
I'm gonna call
Accident
before I say goodnight. I'm gonna call you say goodnight every night though. Is that
it.
cool? You cool with that?
I'm into it.
Okay, sounds good.
By the way, accident
Yeah.
or injury, visit calldowntown.com. Doug, that's calldowntown.com. Yeah, so I go to sleep around midnight on the weekends or 1, yeah, that'll be 10 a.m. your time.
Yeah.
Call me, dude.
Hit you up.
Call me.
What's up, Bill?
Call me, maybe. Yeah, I went there.
Hey, I just met you back in May. There you go. So
Oh, you're not
here's my
gonna
number.
finish?
Call me. Call me never.
Call me always. 855-97 LA fan is the phone number. 855-97 LA fan. Let me just reset and posit sort of my worry, my theory. And again, this is not a shot at Andrew Friedman and Dave Roberts. I think there's a clip of me floating around from this week or last week where I said, and I believe, that Andrew Friedman is the best front office person in all of sports and one of the best in the history of sports. What he did in Tampa Bay with no money was remarkable, and the ability to come here, change the culture, create a system, use the money sort of properly has been astounding. One of the things about Dave Roberts that people forget is that when he actually took over after Ned Colletti left and sort of transitioned away from the McCourts, obviously the McCourts didn't hire Friedman. It was this group, it was the Guggenheim group. There was a huge payroll, but it was just poorly allocated. And part of what Friedman had to do is get rid of some of those contracts and then build back up. I'm worried that he has spent money poorly this year, that he has made some bad gambles. Everybody wanted Kyle Tucker. It's not working out. It's not working out at $60 million. It's not working out at $30 million. It's not working out at $2 million. He's just not been very good. Edwin Diaz made sense. Okay, go in and get a sure thing closer. $69 million, I think, is his contract. It's not working out. The guy's an 11.57 earned run average, 14 appearances into that nearly $70 million contract. So Friedman and his two big moves, highly, highly problematic. And then you have Dave Roberts, and you just talk about he has to manage the bullpen. The bullpen has been atrocious since mid-July. He has not been able to get Kyle Tucker to be the version of himself he needs to be. The two-hole, literally when the Dodgers, whoever's in the 2 spot in the lineup, it's just an 0 for 4. It's just like they should just go up there and be like, I surrender. Just don't give me a strikeout. Can I automatically pop out? I am worried. I think it's possible that Dave Roberts, who benched Kyle Tucker after his best stretch of the season, and Kyle Tucker's gone 0 for 10 since then, that Dave Roberts, who benched Mookie Betts yesterday, and bench is the wrong word, it's scheduled day off, but still won't adjust from the plan. Now you have Mookie, 0 for 1 pinch hit yesterday, doesn't really count. Maybe he'll come out and he'll just set Milwaukee on fire the next 3 days. But I'm worried that the two most important and the two most impressive people in Dodgers world outside of Ohtani, Friedman and Roberts, are having off years, Doug. And that's the reason this team is sub 500 since July 1st. That's the reason that they have been mediocre for long stretches. That's the reason that the 1 minute's Edwin Diaz, the next minute's the bullpen, the next minute's the offense. The reason this team maybe isn't good enough is in part because the two most important figures in Friedman and Roberts are having giant off years.
So I'll start with Andrew Friedman because we'll get to Dave Roberts in a second. I think you can make the case there's actually been a plus year for Dave Roberts just because of all the players underperforming, because of the players aging. He has to cook the 5-star Michelin chef meal, but he got some ingredients where, hey, Kyle Tucker, as you mentioned, Edwin Diaz, as you mentioned, guys that just have not been the players for the Dodgers that they've been throughout their careers. But I do want to point out something you said earlier, and you mentioned the fact that Kyle Tucker, Edwin Diaz, some of these guys that the Dodgers bet on have underperformed, and that's kind of what has led to this being a down year. And you look at the Dodgers' record, 73-49, 2 games back of the Milwaukee Brewers. 2 games back. You look at Kyle Tucker this season, below average offensive player. He's hitting .236. He's having the worst year of his professional career, and he's accrued .5 WAR. That's how many wins above replacement he has. Typically, for himself, he's good for at least 4 wins. If Kyle Tucker is having a Kyle Tucker year based on wins above replacement, the Dodgers would have the best record in Major League Baseball. If Edwin Diaz didn't get injured, and even when he was out there, struggled, if he had been normal Edwin Diaz, the Dodgers would have the best record in baseball. So we'll see what ends up happening with Tarek Skubal. We'll see what happens with the rest of this team if they can find it when October rolls around. But I do think it is important to point out, as much love as we give to Andrew Friedman, yes, he deserves a statue one day at Dodger Stadium. Yes, he's an absolute incredible executive, one of the best, if not the best, to ever do it. But it does look like he bet on the wrong horses this year. Kyle Tucker and Edwin Diaz. So far, both of those moves have not worked out, and both of those moves you can point to as to why the Dodgers don't have the best record in baseball and why they are where they are.
And by the way, yes, spot on. It's the new 97.1 The Fan, the voice of LA Sports. He is Doug McCain. I'm Bill Reiter. I almost forgot your name. It's DMAC and Reiter.
But how is this on Dave Roberts, though? I mean, I think that, look, I get it. Dave Roberts, he's the punching bag.
Point. By the way, it's a fair point. And let me just say, I actually wrote this down just so because I know we are talking, I think, in the nuance here.
Yeah.
And this will shock the world. The world doesn't sort of do that very well anymore. This stuff isn't easy. And the expectation that Dave Roberts and Andrew Friedman get it right every time is the expectation because they almost always get it right every time. It's kind of like watching Shohei Ohtani strike out 3 times in a row. You're like, wait, what? But it's okay to be human.
Yeah, he went 0 for 5 a couple nights ago.
Right. I mean, but you're just like, wait, this guy sucks. Wait, no, he doesn't suck. That's right. He seems amazing. It is an incredible level of standard that they've set for themselves. And there is a counter argument to this because and you just made it. There are a lot of ways in which you can look at all of the Dodgers' failings. You can look at an inconsistent starting pitching situation. You can look at how Roki basically didn't know how to pitch a baseball for stretches of the first half of the season. You can look at the fact that Robo's fallen off a cliff and the bullpen being bad and the terrible run production and Kyle Tucker and Mookie Betts struggling and Ohtani getting hurt. No glass, no Snell. I mean, and you can go, wow, Dave Roberts, look at that. That's incredible. Like, he got it done. Like, that is really so maybe you're right. And this is the Andrew Friedman stuff, I think, is a legitimate thing to talk about. He is the Edwin Diaz, Kyle Tucker. That's him, dude. Like, that's him. And by the way, you're right, getting Scooble's Friedman too and building the farm system the way that he did, and maybe that'll counteract it. The Dave Roberts things that I have are a little more, the sample size is smaller. And so my willingness to sort of be open to being totally wrong is even wider, and it's wide with Friedman too. But Kyle Tucker has not played well this year. He has looked miserable. You have said it. I have said it. His splits are such that he is bad at Dodger Stadium, where historically before the season he hit 308, by the way, in 11 games before he became a Dodger. When he's on the road, he's not exceptional. He's pretty good. He's good, right? He's like, okay, that's enough. That's good enough. He went on the road, and over that stretch of 7 games where the Dodgers went 1-6, he was really impressive. They came back to Dodger Stadium. They played a bad Royals team, and Dave Roberts gave him a scheduled day of rest. And you and I both, certainly me, wanted Kyle Tucker to just have the chance. Maybe it wouldn't have worked, but maybe the momentum of playing well for 7 games and the confidence he was swinging a good bat. He had swagger at the plate for the first time all year. Just let him see if he can do something at Dodger Stadium, and maybe then he has like a good series against the Royals. He's like, and he feels good about himself. They said him. And by the way, Dave Roberts making the decisions is Dave Roberts and the entire front office. They're very collaborative, as you know. The same is true with Mookie Betts. We'll see what happens. But Mookie Betts has been awful. He's looked washed. Not against the Royals. Very, very effective. Very impressive. The guy sits yesterday. I find it frustrating. And sort of lastly, this is a bullpen that has been very, very bad going back to whatever it was, July 27th. Dave Roberts makes the decision on the bullpen, right? It's not all. So that's why, to answer your question, there are just some things where I'm like, man, maybe Dave just isn't pulling the right levers, and he's under more pressure to pull the right levers because Kyle Tucker's not playing. Why does he have to figure out how to do Kyle Tucker? Because it wasn't a good signing. Why does he have to figure out whether or not to trust Edwin Diaz? Because it wasn't a good signing. So it is connected to Friedman's decision making, but I'm not sure he's entirely covered himself in glory. I think it explains maybe how they are doing well because they are very talented, but they have been under 500 going back to July 1st. That's a problem.
That's all true, right? And no manager is perfect. Like, I know there's fans out there that still, even after winning 3 World Series titles, will say, oh, it's fire Dave Roberts. Oh, Dave Roberts is responsible for the sinking of the Titanic. Dave Roberts is the worst manager in the world and all this stuff. Yes, he's not the perfect manager. He's going to make mistakes, but also no one talks about some of the decisions that he's made that have helped this team. You look at the pinch hit situation with Max Muncy the other day. He's really pushed some buttons that have helped the Dodgers win. Also, he, I think, is going to adhere to a process that's laid out to him as far as, okay, Edwin Diaz being in that role coming back. They have to see what they have in Edwin Diaz.
But you got to win the game against the Milwaukee Brewers, dude. I mean,
you're going to lose games, though.
Yeah, but counterpoint. Edwin Diaz had blown 2 saves and 3 appearances going to that game yesterday. Look, it sucks when your $70 million closer blows a game, but when he's on a pattern of playing poorly, it is the manager's job to push the right buttons. That's literally his job.
It is his job. But here's the thing, though. I would make the case that you're right. You look at, and we were upset about that on this show, right? Mookie Betts going 6 for 11 in the Royals series and then sitting to start the Brewers series. Kyle Tucker having a really strong series against the Diamondbacks, and then you sit him to start the Royals series. Yes, it's like you get these players that are heating up, and then it's El Bencho, and then they cool off, and then you're like, oh, what the hell is wrong with the offense, right? You might as well ride the hot hand. But I also think that Dave Roberts, part of his job is to take on this criticism. He's the guy that you point the fingers to because he makes the decision.
But not create the criticism by making mistakes. I don't want to be painted as the anti-Dave Roberts guy. I'm not saying that it's a sure thing. But, like, dude.
So I think this is more on Friedman than Dave Roberts, though.
Because the answer to Dave Roberts screw things up is never, it's his job to take the criticism. Yeah, I know. He's at the press conferences. It's not his job to create the criticism.
It's not, but here's the thing, though. Dave Roberts is driving the car, but it's Andrew Friedman that built the car, right? Under the hood, he's there. He's the guy that's given this roster what it is. And I think ultimately what this comes down to is you look at this Dodgers organization.
He drove it into a tree the last 3 days?
Yeah, look, I mean, he's got the steering wheel, and he's got to drive it. And that's something that... Drive! Sorry. I had Bill Reiter Tourette's right there.
Bill Reiter Tourette's is a wild thing to say out loud on the radio.
Sorry, but look, here's the thing.
Can we cut that? I need it as a drop for the rest of my days.
But I will say this. Like, just the more this creeps into my mind, right? Andrew Friedman, he deserves all the credit, right? Building...
We both think
I know, we both agree that, right?
Yeah.
But my point is that just because you built the best organization in professional sports, just because you have the best scouting and analytics department, my issue with Andrew Friedman is the Dodgers might not win the World Series because they bet on the wrong guys. And this doesn't just mean Kyle Tucker and Edwin Diaz. I hate to say this, but they did have an opportunity. And look, this could all change, but we talk about the team looking old, right? Miguel Rojas still on this roster for a good reason. Hit the game the game-tying homer in the World Series. Kike Hernandez still on this roster, missed most of the season. You just look at this roster, Max Muncy has had a great year. They've bet on the older guys. Even the best poker players will bet on the wrong hand, right? And that's, I think, where Andrew Friedman is. Did he bet on the right guys? Because right now, the roster, they look old, and they look like a team that at some point it looks like you need to get it together.
It's a great point. DMAC and Reiter on the new 97.1 The Fan, the voice of LA Sports. I can't believe I'm going to bring up Jose Mourinho, I watched a documentary last night on Netflix about Jose Mourinho, who's a soccer coach who I hate with a burning passion because he coached and coaches again Real Madrid. I'm a Barcelona.
Hala Madrid!
But the thing that I actually found really instructive about it, like really interesting, Mourinho in his time being exceptional, really connected with and loved his players, and he basically created a thing where he had these high standards, but then if they met the standards, then they loved him, and he loved them. But then when they couldn't meet the standards because of age, he still loved them and they lost. And I was thinking about that when you build, what's the Pat Riley thing? It's the disease of more, right? Like it's the old disease of more. The more you have success, the harder it is to sort of maintain the habits that got you there. And that has to do with wealth and laziness and comfort and sycophants and hangers-on and all those things. But there's another human element of this. It's actually like it says great things about Dave Roberts and Andrew Friedman, the people. And I think more Dave Roberts. But Dave Roberts has been through the wars and the battles with Max Muncy and with Mookie Betts and with Teo and all these guys that you've mentioned. And that creates an affinity and a loyalty and a love and a camaraderie that it's hard. And his job is not to give into those feelings, not to confuse his affection for his guys, which they've earned, with belief in this moment they can do it. And this is what happens to empires, sports empires, is the people that run them, like Dave Roberts, love for all the right reasons the athletes who have built this thing and then fail to recognize that very, very delicate moment when they're just not the same guy. When they're not the same player. You can lose your compass a little bit when your job is to be a cutthroat manager where you have to win a World Series every year for all the right reasons, but you still lose your compass. And I'm a little worried about that with Dave Roberts.
Look, the thing is, too, it's a fair point in as far as at some point, and you've talked about this and you've heard this. Bill Parcells used to say this. At some point, your message to your clubhouse, to your locker room, it starts to get stale because it's the same guys hearing that same message for so many years. But I think for Dave Roberts, the case for it is I'd venture to say that at least, maybe even more than 80% of this roster has underperformed based on their career histories.
That's crazy. 80?
I would say 80%.
I haven't looked at it, but that sounds right,
I could go player for player and kind of just point out. I mean, you got to go deep into the well. You got to go to guys like Jack Dreyer. You got to go to guys like Roki Sasaki, Justin Robleski. It's a lot of the younger guys that are having their better years.
And Roki was bad the first half, and Roby's been bad. Yeah.
And I just want to point this out, too, is this, like I said, this could be the method to their madness because what they have done this season, Bill, is they have gone the route of we are going to keep guys on the IL. We are going to allow them to get healthy instead of rushing them back. You don't think you saw Blake Snell? You told me the other day that Bill
looked amazing.
You said that was the best you've seen a pitcher pitch all season.
Counterpoint to my point that by the way, I'm not making an argument. I'm raising a very deeply felt concern. So there's a difference, right? I'm not saying these guys have been the problem. I'm saying they might be. There is.
I was going to ask you so you said that was the best performance you've seen from a Dodgers starter outside of Yamamoto against the White Sox, right?
Outside of the game where Mookie Betts.
Were you going to bring that up?
What? I can't.
Such an unnecessary shot
It's
at
a touchdown.
Mookie Betts.
Wait, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I have a bad memory. Did he not catch
He
him?
did. He flubbed it. He cost Yamamoto a perfect game. He absolutely did. I'll take that to my grave. I'll die in that hill.
Yeah, but you'll correct me when it's on the air when I bring it up.
I didn't correct you.
You pointed out.
I didn't. Yeah, it was
Not a shot.
There's no such thing as correcting the great Bill Reiter. Best in the business.
Doug lies about Bill. Doug
but
McCain bingo.
The point I'm trying to drive
So
home
close.
here
Yes.
is you mentioned Blake Snell looked elite. Did that Blake Snell look like a guy that couldn't have pitched a month ago? Let's be honest.
no,
Let's be honest about that.
So-
and imagine if those Blake Snell starts
Amen.
were imagine if those Emmett Sheehan starts this year where they lost were Blake Snell starts. Would they have won those games? Would they have a better record now? I think the answer is yes, but those wins in June, July, August might take away from potential wins in October. So the Dodgers have said, hey, we're keeping the big dogs out to make sure they're ready when it matters most in the postseason.
The very reasonable counterpoint to my point is that Friedman went and got Scooble, and he built the farm system that allowed him to do that, that they have managed Snell and Glass now in a, what's another word for shady? In a strategically fascinating way. I'm trying to say it really nicely. That you've got Roki, that they, right, counterpoint to my point here on DMAC and Reiter, that they stuck with Roki in a way that maybe they needed to do with Edwin Diaz, where they just let him learn how to be a starting pitcher at the major league level as he failed because they knew it would lead to success. And now that works so effectively that he is one of the best pitchers in baseball over the second half. I mean, you can there's a lot of ways where they have a master plan. But also, because the Dodgers are hard to figure out, man. Also true. Not even also true. Those are maybes. Definitely true is the Dodgers team, but in multiple ways you can measure them. Going back to July 1st, going back to mid-July, whatever sample sizes you want to look at, have been bad in terms of their record, have been bad in terms of their offense, have been bad in terms of their bullpen, have at times been bad in terms of their starting pitching, have been bad in terms of being able to drive in runs when there's runners in scoring position, have been bad in terms of their slug, all kinds of things. And so there's a world where maybe Friedman and Roberts have that disease of more, and they think they have this plan, and they're playing with fire in a way that they can't, because they did get Tucker wrong, and they did maybe get Edwin Diaz wrong. I don't know. It's just this Dodgers team hasn't played well. They're a sub-500 team going back 5 or 6 weeks ago. That's a very big sample size. And if it turns out that's who they are, that there's a level of mediocrity baked into this team, I think that's more of an Andrew Friedman, Dave Roberts thing than it is I just blame Tucker, I just blame the bullpen, because every other week we're having a different conversation about what's wrong with the Dodgers. It's whack-a-mole.
And that's baseball for you, right?
Yeah.
You lose like, end of the world, my team sucks forever. And they win, it's like, okay, maybe.
But Edwin Diaz has blown 3 saves in a week.
He has. And
that is kind of a piece of the sky.
He absolutely,
Not all of it.
he's looked awful. He's been terrible. He's been an abomination. No doubt about that. But still, by the end of this week, the Dodgers could have the best record, not just in the division, not just in the league, but in all of Major League Baseball. So I think that these questions, we're going to get the answer to them, and it's fascinating because, as I said, there's a world where we look back and it's like, wow, they bet on the wrong guys. They said, we're going to keep this band together. We're not going to break it up. We are not going to do anything too dramatic about this core. And the guys they did have just not been additive. They did not raise the floor like we've talked about a lot. And they're going to have to live with these decisions. The good news is the Dodgers do have options. They do have a lot of talent and depth on this team. But make no mistake about it, the end of runs is usually when teams are starting to fail. You look at that 2000 Yankees team, the last team to 3P in baseball, they lost 15 of their last 18 games. They crawled into the postseason that year. These guys are on fumes, man. These guys have played a lot of baseball.
It's a good fact. And by the way, there's a precedent for this in a multitude of sports. The Golden State Warriors played an extra 2 months of basketball many years, and then literally everybody started to break down. The Kansas City Chiefs made the AFC Championship game every single year or better that Mahomes was a starter, and then Mahomes broke down. I mean, you're right. Like it's a lot of wear and tear, dude.
I've been saying this for months, and I've gotten a lot of pushback.
I disagree. You have never said it.
I know about the last dance.
I don't even know what you're going to say.
About the last dance situation, right? Like this to me is going to
wow.
be a last dance situation. I've always thought,
I see it. Really?
yeah, because people are like, Shohei's under contract for another 7 years.
This year right now.
I think with this core, this is the last dance. I truly believe that.
All right. Can I just, we don't have a drop. We need a drop for like Burst the Policeman or something. Burst, I need you. You like that birthday, Burst?
Burst the policeman.
Yeah.
What was that?
Burst the Policeman. I need him to police I need him to police something real quick.
Oh.
I need to police. Want to 3-box it?
Oh,
Sure. Yes, go ahead.
It's a little. It doesn't look like Bursch because you can't see his chest hair today. But like anyway, Bursch, I just need for the record for you to remember that he said this is the last dance, and that I said multiple. What?
with the score.
With the score?
With this core.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
And feels like you added that at the end there.
No,
In the
no,
background.
no. Okay,
Hold on,
fine.
but here's my
This is the last
no,
dance.
No, here's my last. Police the Bursch the policeman. Here's what I need you to remember. I said, I am not saying Friedman sucks. I am not saying Dave Roberts sucks. I am simply trying to offer that maybe the Dodgers' many struggles come down to those two guys having an off year. Doug is going to misrepresent that at whatever point he's back from Spain and you're back in 9 weeks. You are. What are you making a face?
I'm not misrepresenting that. I'm going to be accurate. Your words are your words,
You misrepresent stuff all the I do too, but
No. I'll stand true
wow,
to that one.
No one's ever said like that. Even Aaron, who's never been on the show before, like just had like, wow, that guy's lying.
I will not misrepresent you at all.
No.
Hey. Ging.
All right. Let's we've got the lineup, and I'm sure Dave Roberts crushed it. And that was a little aggressive. That was a little aggressive. We're going to give you the lineup, and we're going to keep having this conversation. We're trying to figure out two things. One, have the Dodgers' struggles, bullpen, Edwin Diaz, Kyle Tucker, their record since July 1st, do they matter as it relates to what's going to happen in the playoffs? And two, if they are real threats, if it's really an iceberg to this Titanic, if it is a Titanic, who's to blame? So we'll keep having this conversation. We'll take your phone calls if you want to hit us up at 855-97-LA-FAN, and we'll give you the Dodgers lineup next here on DMAC and Reiter. the show on this Friday. He is Doug McCain. I am Bill Reiter. That makes this DMAC and Reiter, presented by DTLA Law Group on the new 97.1 The Fan, the voice of LA sports. Accident or injury, text injury help to 40222. That's injury help to 40222. Dodgers lineup is out. We are going to sort of chop it up. We're going to see how we feel about it. We are having a conversation, just preliminary, trying to figure out why the Dodgers they've been bad, lackluster, mid. Is that fair?
Yeah, they have. Mid plus. Like mid plus.
Yeah.
I mean, you swept the Royals. That's about it.
They've been a straight wins against replacement team.
Yeah.
That's what they've been.
I mean, the records say it, man. I mean, just you've seen the ineptitude after the All-Star break. It just has not been this dominant Dodgers team that's supposed to be ruining baseball and this juggernaut, right? They just have not been anything close to the team that a lot of people thought they would be.
They really haven't. We're going to give something away first, though. The LA Sparks are hosting Dodgers Night on August 20th at Crypto.com Arena. The first 12,500 fans will receive a free Sparks and Dodgers co-branded jersey. Get your tickets on LASparks.com. That's LASparks.com, or call in right now, 855-97-LA-FAN. Caller number 4 gets a 4-pack of tickets to Dodgers Night at Crypto.com Arena as the Sparks host the Atlanta Dream on August 20th. So here is the lineup tonight. Are you ready? Are you excited? Are you fired up? Here's the good. I'm going to start with the good news.
What's the good news?
I'm Doug. It's not the good news. You're Doug. Yamamoto is pitching, as you know. So that's right, we start with a big old positive. Ohtani leads off. Pages is guaranteed to go over 4 because he's in that 2 spot. That 2 spot being haunted is weird, man.
Dude.
We talked about this 7 weeks ago.
It's getting to the point where, first of all, if we're ever going to do that apology segment, that would be one of the first ones I would list there, because you were writing that pretty hard.
Went after me.
I was like, it's not a big deal. You're throwing anyone there. At some point,
you
the averages
basically
will
said I'm not a ball
WRC
knower.
plus OAA FAT. What's
you
my
called
stats?
me a ball loser. That's a Xerox XX2.
Yeah, that's a TI-89 calculator. But yeah, like that's the thing too. Is that area? It's mind-boggling. It is the Bermuda Triangle of spots in the lineup. It's where baseball production just has gone to die all season long for the Dodgers. And
everybody.
By the way, who is batting second? I got carried away. It's Andy P.
Andy P is going to go over 4. If he has a really
and have
good
2
day,
bad challenges and lose the challenge in the first inning.
Oh my God! All right. So by the way, we haven't done A-hole of the day nominees, but when we do, I'm nominating Andy Paz.
Okay, I'll delete that from mine.
Did you have it too?
Backspace, delete. Okay.
No, we share it. By the way, this is like a goal of yours. I know it's a dream of yours. It's on your. Do you have a vision? You have a vision board. It's on your vision board.
I don't know. That sounds
okay?
funny. Yeah, it was like a half sneeze, half laugh.
Folks, that was a laugh. Not whatever you thought it was here on DMAC and Reiter.
I visualized my vision board. It had doing a show with you on it, so I thought of you.
You didn't even know my name, so let's not get it carried away. All right, you've wanted Ohtani to be in the 2 spot, right? Why not just put him there as a test of whether the spot's actually haunted? Because if you put Shohei Ohtani in the 2 hole and the guy goes 1 for 11 over 3 or 4 games, then you just know.
Yeah, that would just prove it's cursed.
It's
right.
cursed.
Gotta put some sage there. I don't know, give him Jobu some rum. I don't know what you got to do to try to find a way to get some production out of that.
Some rum.
Major League.
I'm writing more for Doug McCain.
He
Bingo
gives
2.
because he's like,
no, I understand.
Can't hit the curveball.
It's for Doug McCain Bingo 2.
So you give Jobu the rum.
I'm writing it down because it's a great expression by you.
He's like, why don't you ask Jesus? He's like, Jesus, no, help me with the curveball. And he's like, trying to tell me Jesus Christ can't hit a curveball? You don't love that scene?
Yeah, I love that scene.
Okay, so yeah, that's my point. Give some positivity.
Writing it down
I like
for
your
bingo.
So that's one of my favorite things you've said all day, by the way, is the idea of it accomplishes.
Not sure how to feel about that.
No, I mean, it accomplishes.
Finally, a good point.
No, there's a million, but I'm just saying, that accomplishes 2 things, right?
Yeah.
It gets Ohtani to that dream spot where we want to see him. So maybe you get some more run production.
Right.
If you get a leadoff hitter on, in theory, a guy on first puts more pressure on the pitcher to have Shohei see better pitches. And then also, we get to see if the 2 hole is really this Bermuda Triangle of baseball. So I'm for that. That, I think, is still where Ohtani's ideal spot in the lineup would be. But ideally, it's Kyle Tucker up there. We'll see if Andy Paz, who has had some nights over the last couple of weeks where he has had some production there. But for the most part this season, yeah, it's just been bad.
Are you ready for me to lose my mind?
Yeah.
I'm going to
crash out.
I'm going to crash out on something small. Oh, my God. I like Dave Roberts. Preview, I like Dave Roberts. Okay. Ohtani. All right, fine. Paz, 2 hole, you're cursed. Teo, we can get to that in a second. The guy can't hit a fastball anymore. But okay, cool. Mookie Betts against the Royals goes 6 for 11. He bats .545. He hits a couple home runs. His OPS is 1856. He gets on base almost 600 clip. They sit him yesterday, right? Which pisses me off. He had a pinch hit, right? He went 0 for 1. He's the cleanup hitter today. When's the last time Mookie hit cleanup?
He's hit a lot of cleanup this year.
Not
at
in
the
the last
beginning.
couple weeks.
Yeah.
Not in the last month. Yeah. When we thought he could still play. My point is, like, okay, if this dude goes 0 for 4, I'm going to crash out.
Are you?
I really am. We had this conversation about Kyle Tucker. We've had it on the show. Kyle Tucker has a great road trip, and then he comes back and they sit him for scheduled time off on Monday. He also has a pinch hit. He draws a walk, and he's 0 for 10 since then, dude. Kyle Tucker hasn't had a hit since then.
That's not good. That's no bueno. Right. I'm just trying to look at where Mookie's at.
You're not as outraged as I am.
No,
Otani, Paez, Hernandez, Betts.
I want to
Edman,
counter that, though. So you got
Tucker, Muncy. I know you do because it's what Dave did. Kike. What does that mean? Paduccia.
So, look, here's the thing. We point out the fact that Mookie has struggled against lefties this year.
Okay.
You got a lefty on the mound tonight for the Brewers. They're going with Robert Gasser against Yamamoto, so you got a lefty on the hill for the Brew Crew. A part of me thinks that this is a vote of confidence for Mookie, knowing he had a really good series against the Royals, also knowing that,
they just took him out.
They did.
They momentum killed
So
him.
what is it, Bill? You want him out? You want him in the lineup?
One in the lineup.
But now that he's in and has a higher...
Sorry,
go ahead. You wanted him in the lineup, right? And you were mad that he was out of the lineup. You were mad. You were pissed. You were crashing out that he was out of the lineup.
I'm frustrated.
You want him in the lineup because he was producing, because he was hitting, because we saw Mookie living his best life.
Momentum and confidence matters.
We saw the home runs.
He said himself after the last Royals game, I think, I'm going to quote it wrong. I didn't feel right. I wasn't right. I was in a bad head. Wasn't whatever it was. Like he said, basically, man, I've been off.
I know, but here's the thing.
The solution's not to sit him. But I'm not mad that he's 4 per se. But if he goes 0 for 4 in the I'm going to lose my mind because he hasn't hit in that spot in a hot minute, and it's an important part of the lineup for a team that's not scoring runs. And if you thought he was at a place of momentum where he was capable, like, okay, what we saw in the Royals series is so great. That dude just hit 2 home runs and batted, .550. Let's get him in the cleanup spot. Great.
Why
did you sit him yesterday?
He's batting 5th.
It's not the same thing.
Okay, it's not the same thing, but it's not a massive difference. Here's the thing, too.
Let me ask you a question.
You wanted him in the lineup on the opening of the series.
I didn't want him benched.
I know
7 days in a row.
But he's back in the lineup.
Right, everything's great.
And he's batting cleanup because of the same reason why you were pissed that he was out of the lineup yesterday because he was producing.
Right. It's a perfect move.
What do you actually want?
I want him to
so
time travel. I want him to be in the lineup
So
yesterday.
you would be doing cartwheels around the studio if he was batting 5th?
I'm not mad that he's hitting 4. But if he comes out and he's 0 for 4, it's going to, baseball players like consistency. What we're going to do
You got to left, so what they're doing, you got to...
What we're going to do, is we're going to sit him when he's hot, and then we're going to put him in a place he hasn't hit in a month.
Get to the analytics department right now?
Yeah.
Bat Mookie clean up, okay, after a day off.
I went old-timey.
Okay. Yeah, I'm going to put on the clean, you see? But look, here's the thing. What they are doing, Bill...
That's the first snort in a while.
What they're doing, Bill, is you got a lefty on the mound, and they're stacking righties.
Use my name.
You got Otani. Okay. He's platoon neutral. He's a lefty, but he can mash righties. Paez righty, Teo righty, Betts righty, Edman switch, and then you got the lefties, Tucker, Muncy, Kike, and then Hunter Fiducia. So that's kind of the impetus for that. I got to look at the numbers for Gasser to see what they look like, but my guess is that has got to be the move right there. And look, at some point, don't you have to look at this as a dress rehearsal, right? Is that, let's not forget, the most pivotal game of the season for the Dodgers last year was Game 6 of the World Series. And in that pivotal game, where was Mookie batting? Answer me.
False equivalency.
Okay, but let's just look at... You could say that, but I think the point here is that big picture...
Cleanup.
Big picture, they want him there. My point is they want him there. Game 6 of the World Series, he had a big single to get the Dodgers 2 runs early in that game that they staved off. Staved off elimination.
You're staving off my bad explanations, and you're making great points. Let me explain it better. I'm totally down with Mookie Betts hitting cleanup if they think that can work. I'm totally down with getting Mookie right and then getting him to that spot. But if your plan is, if you think he's ready to hit cleanup, then just play him yesterday. Let him ride the momentum a little bit. Maybe it'll be much ado about nothing. But were we wrong on being frustrated about this happening to Kyle Tucker?
No, I'm with you. We are in lockstep. We are aligned on that.
So it's more just, it is the stubbornness of the approach of the Dodgers. And it's not just Dave, it's the front office too. and we're in. I guess I'm being a little picky here, but this team isn't playing well. They're not performing well. A lot's going wrong. Why are you playing mad scientist and tinkering? Sometimes I just think they outthink themselves.
Absolutely. Paralysis by analysis. They got to be the smartest guy in the room. And I think that, to me, is the bigger takeaway here is why does the lineup construction for the Dodgers completely change after a day off, right? You look at a guy like Freddie Freeman, he's down, but then what does that lead to? Teoscar Hernandez jumping all the way up to the 3-hole, and then you got Mookie Betts in the cleanup spot. So you don't have that
covering himself in glory either.
Exactly. So they're kind of betting on Teo against a lefty. They're betting on Betts against a lefty. But I think what you want to see from a lineup that struggled is some cohesion, continuity.
I'm with BL Boyd. This is just Roberts overcorrecting for resting him last night when he shouldn't have. I completely agree. Do you think these guys? Do you think they have Apple Watches? Do you think like all the data and stuff is on there?
It could be.
I'm not. Are you an Apple Watch guy? No, you're old school.
Yeah, I got myself an Apple Watch, but
ironically,
yeah,
I don't do watches.
Really?
But you do.
You don't do never watches, right?
No, I'm not a watch guy.
It's funny because I'm the guy who probably is the one that seems like he doesn't have to do the clock thing, right?
Don't see that. Don't. I'm just. This is me and you, man. This is like a little love letter on the
Pitch
radio.
clock violation on DMAC.
Spain, baby.
Hey!
Can't believe we're flying to Spain tonight.
Spain!
We're going to keep talking Dodgers, and we're going to sneak in our...
Give me my money!
We're going to sneak... Well, that's not sneaky. But we are going to sneak in... Do you want to do another one?
Give me my money.
We are going to sneak in A-hole of the week nominees next on DMAC and Reiter. All right, welcome back into the show. Happy Friday, and however you found us, however you're listening, thank you for hanging with us here on DMAC and Reiter, which is presented by DTLA Law Group on the new 97.1 The Fan, the voice of LA sports. Accident or injury, text injury help to 40222. That is injury help to 40222. We've been talking a lot of Dodgers, a lot of baseball, and I just, for clarity's sake, so Burst the policeman can monitor this.
The policeman, the FBI.
I am not criticizing Dave Roberts and Andrew Friedman. I am saying that not everyone has the right year, and there's a chance that their variants, right, their mistakes are more pronounced this year than past years, and that in combination it's going to be an issue.
And that's why, look, that's something that very possibly could occur, right? And I do think that ultimately this team's fate will come down to the guys that were already here, but when you're trying to win on the margins, when you're trying to overcome age attrition, lots of high-stress postseason baseball, you're right. I mean, they have to have those guys hit. You got to bet on the right horses, and right now they have not with Kyle Tucker, with Edwin Diaz. And I think, too, ultimately, you look back at last year, you look back at 2024, and that is kind of the beauty of what Andrew Friedman has done, is where he gives himself the level of depth to make up for a couple of bad signings. Last year, Tanner Scott was a bust, didn't even pitch in the postseason.
Harder to do if they're getting
Michael
old.
Conforto, bust,
But you're the
didn't play in the postseason.
Harder to do if they're old and there's some problems there, right? There's some
Certainly.
other issues.
I think it's a
coming to the
combination
fore.
of bad signings and declinings, right?
This baseball coverage on the new 97.1 The Fan, the voice of LA Sports, is presented by Xfinity. Score the most reliable Wi-Fi, one price, 5 years guaranteed. Xfinity. Imagine that. Brian Smith, 5293 in the chat.
What a B, Smitty?
Brewers
I don't even know him.
I like. Give it to him. Give him another one.
What a B, Smitty.
Brewers are playing worse than us. Good time for a rebound. And Jeff Rhodes, 6639, says, wow, Dodgers talk with a lot of exclamation points. Great job, guys. If you just found us, Jeff, I think I've seen Jeff in the chat, we are going to talk Dodgers and Lakers and Rams and local sports all the freaking time. We are going to be deep diving on especially Dodgers, Lakers. I mean, we're going to hit a ton of Rams, too. You have a Rams podcast coming up and pre- and post-game stuff, but we got you covered on local sports. This is the thing I love. This is the other pet peeve I have, not with you and not with Dodgers fans, is people who are like, why are you talking? This doesn't matter. Where'd you like to talk? Everything matters in a baseball season. Momentum matters, building the right habits, figuring out what your lineup looks like, figuring out who you can trust in certain situations. And the Dodgers, and you said this earlier, they get everybody's best shot every single time. They're getting older. Expectations are a weight, man. Like going for 3 is a different kind of weight to carry, and so all of this is important.
Yeah, I mean, there's a reason why there's only been 4 teams in the history of this sport that have won 3 straight titles, and it's only been done by 2 franchises. The A's and the Yankees have done it. The Yankees had a 4-peat. The Yankees had a 5-peat. So this just does not happen. This is something that isn't normal. So it's going to be a difficult championship. It's tough to say that anything will be more difficult than last year, considering the stakes, considering you had to win Game 7 on the road. But there is a world where the way things are lined up, where you could have to play against a better version of this Brewers team, because I think they're better this year than they were last year. You could have to face a Phillies team. You could have to face maybe even a Padres team, a Cubs team, a Braves team, right? I think that this is
a
going
lot
to
of those
be...
teams worry me, by the way.
They do.
Cubs, Braves, absolutely.
Absolutely. Look,
Brewers, of course.
I think last year, the fact they beat the Phillies the way they did, yeah, it was impressive. Phillies are a very talented team, but it's baseball, right? It's the theater of October, as Andrew Friedman likes to call it. They've been on the right side of it the last 2 years, but that's why I think that you can't always just use the same exact plan every year. And it does feel like they're just doing the Dodgers' blueprint to a World Series, right? The blueprint to a World Series that's worked in 24 and 25. That doesn't mean it's going to work in 2026 because of the age, the attrition. I think there needs to be a bigger emphasis for regular season wins now than there were for any of the previous 2 seasons because of the down years, because of the road they're going to have to a 3-peat.
You made me think about this, too, and I think it's interesting. Jeff Passan was on with on D-Fish and Decker earlier today.
Jay Peasy.
With Ben and with Cody, who I think we're doing. Was Ben doing the show this morning, I believe? Really good interview with Passan. And something Passan said sort of hit me, and I meant to bring it up. they were asking about the Brewers, and obviously the Brewers last year had some success against the Dodgers until the postseason, and then they had absolutely zero success, and they got swept. And basically they sort of asked, what does that mean? And Passan's answer was, in effect, that isn't going to happen again. There's also going to be probably a return to the mean variance-wise. If the Dodgers play the Brewers in the postseason, here's what I'm trying to say, what Passan said. It's not going to be as easy as last time. Like, it's just, don't expect, and I've heard some people do this, don't expect just because the Dodgers didn't play as well against the Brewers in the regular season last year and then dominate them in the playoffs, that's a pattern that's going to repeat itself. Patterns don't repeat themselves in the playoffs with the same sort of frequency because it's the playoffs and it's a different kind of thing. And so playing the Brewers well in this series and figuring out how to do that, I do think it's important. And I don't think last year's postseason situation for the Dodgers against Milwaukee is telling about this year's. I just don't.
Every year is unique. Every year has its own DNA, its own life form. And this is a Brewers team where
I love that.
You look at where they're standing, Mizorowski's coming into his own, right? And if they get to the postseason, they're going to unleash Mizorowski on a different level than they did last year. And I think, too, offensively, look, they're a team that they're not going to just destroy you with slug. Right now, the Milwaukee Brewers, they're right towards the bottom of the league.
Yes.
They're 30 in home runs, 111 bombs on the season.
We talked about this the other day.
We did.
But not in runs.
Yeah.
They're top 5 in runs.
Exactly.
They were a couple days ago.
So you look at the home runs and how they generate offense. The Brewers last in Major League Baseball when it comes to home runs, but they have a way of generating runs. They have a way of relying on really good pitching as well.
Where are they in runs scored? Are they still?
They're towards the bottom in runs scored.
No, I don't think so.
I believe so.
No,
they're towards the top runs scored.
They were top 5.
They're top 5
3 days ago.
But as far as
they don't slug, but it's really
no,
interesting.
I'm saying runs generate off of home runs.
Yeah, yes.
And that's what wins
but
the postseason. They do score runs as a group.
I understand.
Yeah.
But, okay, do you want to do very quickly A-hole of the week nominees because we keep forgetting to do this because we got on sort of a little the way this works is every week we nominate basically people that are A-holes of the week level sports folks, and then we give a winner. Is it my week to choose the winner? Yeah, Bursch, the policeman over here. Is that what you are? Is that the name? I gotta remember. He'll do the imaging when he gets back from.
I thought it was the FBI, the Federal Bureau of Investigation. That didn't work.
Come up with your own
That
content.
didn't.
No.
Hey, shots fired.
No.
Bang!
No. You're getting loose.
Okay.
You're getting loose.
It's always around this time. Oh,
yep.
Hey, crickets.
I've already nominated Andy Pius. Look, man, I'm sorry to nominate you for A-hole of the week. You cannot challenge anymore. First inning, I don't care if it's the 8th inning. It's a no, bro. Unless you just made the last out on strike 3 and there's a challenge left, you're not allowed. Even then, you have to pause and think about it.
That's a good pull. I was going to possibly go that route. I think I'll start with another one, and it's one we talked about yesterday. Jaden Daniels. Daniels, you are the a-hole of the week. He continues to want to have a cease and desist to his old university, the LSU Tigers. Jaden Daniels has been acting like a child. The dude has this weird fascination with the number 5, and he feels like he's been disrespected. What is this? I mean, what do the 5 fingers say to Jaden Daniels? Slap. Whoosh. Okay? I want Jaden Daniels to own up to this. Let him use number 5. The dude acts weird.
You are fast on these.
I feel like he would take his mom to prom. I'm just saying.
What'd you say?
I feel like he's got this weird relationship with his mom. I don't know.
Oh, my God. You did that yesterday, too.
Well, I changed it up.
I'm going to nominate. Is it Mark Walter? I don't know who to nominate. I'm going to nominate Mark Walter.
Mark Walter.
I don't
okay.
know the details here, right? Like, but I'm
I'll stay on that one. Stay on that one. Cheap MLB owners. If you saw the last proposal from owners, MLB owners, they proposed a $171.2 million salary floor. So you are telling me that more than half the league can afford to spend more, and they're not doing it. So guess what? We know the Marlins, the Pirates, all these teams can spend more. They're choosing not to do it. So cheap MLB owners, you are the a-holes.
I'm gonna do 2 quick. I'm gonna nominate people who don't go quickly in radio. Just kidding. And I'm gonna nominate Edwin Diaz.
Okay, cool.
I have to, right?
Yeah, that's a good. I'm gonna go since football season starting, Dodgers season still going. I will go 49ers, Dodgers fans. I hate that. Dodgers fans who are 49ers fans. It's like being a blood and a Crip at the same time. You cannot do that, okay? Pick a side. How awkward is it when you hear Randy Newman's, I love L.A.
It's awkward now.
Yeah. So there you go. I could go deeper, but yeah, just that.
To answer your question earlier, no, you can't, and I don't want you to nominate Bursch for taking 9 weeks vacation. So that was kind of cool by you, but we're going to put a stop to it, okay?
And I know we can't nominate ourselves, but I was going to do myself because
clock
of
makers
that.
too.
Yeah.
No, we're not going to nominate them. We actually, time is excellent. We are going to keep talking Dodgers next here on DMAC and Reiter. What up? Welcome back into the show, DMAC and Reiter, presented by DTLA Law Group on the new 97.1. The Fan, the voice of LA sports. Accident or injury, text injury help to 40222. Well, drop your comments if you're watching the show on YouTube of the Fan LA in the comments section, or your takes. We're going to do the mailbag. We always do the mailbag 5:30. You can also call in 855-97-LA Fan. And if you're driving around, if you're listening on the FM, please put us in your presets. Program 97.1 so that you can hang out with us. You can hang out with D-Vision and Decker in the morning, Brock and Alex midday in LA. James Coe Show is awesome and coming up after us as it does every weekday from 6 p.m. to 10 p.m. Huge series, dude. We didn't really hit Roki, did we? Just like, what'd you make of, I'm a Roki lover. I thought he looked a little wild, but this is another good outing.
It was a good outing. It was something you could build on, right? It's a great lineup as far as a great team and having success against a team like the Brewers. It got me thinking of the NLCS last year when Roki really took the big next step in his career as a reliever in that role where he started gaining a lot of confidence against the Brewers. And yesterday, I think he would just take that start, right? I mean, imagine earlier in the year if I told you Roki was going to go 2 earned runs on 4 hits, give you 6 innings. I think the issue that you looked at there was the command. Had 5 walks, 2 strikeouts, so you wanted him to dial in that command a little more. That was the big issue with his start, but I think the confidence is growing. I think the mark between bad pitchers and average to good pitchers is, can you grind through 5-6 innings when you don't have your best stuff in command? He proved that he did yesterday.
I'm going to make I have a slightly different view of that. I mean, it's very similar here on DMAC and Reiter. We have seen him pitch exceptionally well since the All-Star game. In fact, I'm just going to flip through here and just give you my notes if I can find it. He has been absolutely lights out. He has had a 1.88 earned run average entering yesterday's game and all the other fun stuff. I think that some of the command yesterday was he knew how significant this series was. Playing the Brewers feels different. You said this, and this went viral. It was a great point you made on X, that he wants it so badly, and I think you sort of went to a clip of him just looking pissed off and emotional after, right? I think some of the command was just like him, his heart beating really fast, and him pressing a little bit, and him maybe overthrowing a little bit, and the adrenaline. The fact that yesterday it felt to him like a playoff game, and he still pitched really well, and that in a game where his command got away from him because I think he was pressing, that he still pitched as well as he did, that is a very good sign that what we've seen since the All-Star game is not just something that's going to continue. It's going to continue when we get to high-leverage situations like the playoffs or games down the stretch, because that's what it felt like to him yesterday.
It did, and I think that there was a different level of intensity, a different level of compete, as Dave Roberts likes to say, with Roki Sasaki on the mound in that situation. I think with Roki, too, he didn't get any run support. There was no run support. Like, he had no margin for error. He was basically pitching in a 0-0 game for the most part. And look at that 4th inning. He gives up that leadoff single to Sanchez. Couple batters later, walk to Vaughn, Yelich single, comes back to strike out Contreras with a nasty splitter down the zone. But it was the walks. The walks will kill you. I mean, he had a 4-pitch walk to Ortiz. Hamilton walked on 5 pitches, and that's the thing about Roki Sasaki.
Just a bit outside.
Just
ball
a bit
4,
outside.
Ball 8, ball 12.
Somebody walked my dogs were starting to get jealous, man. It was
close.
R.I.P., man.
To all your friends in the chat who said I hate Major League.
Two.
Yeah, that's the thing.
Watch it this weekend. But I think the thing we saw with Roki, and the biggest takeaway is the variance of a Roki start. Sometimes it's not just inning to inning, it's batter to batter, right? That's the big difference between someone like a Yamamoto and a Snell, some of these established veteran starting pitchers that have been great for a long time, is they can get back on track in an inning where it looks like things are going to fall off the rails. Whereas Roki, when the Roki coaster's going up and down, he's starting to fall off the tracks a little bit, it's tough to dial it back in just because there's a lot of moving parts in his mechanics, right? You look at the lower body, getting that leg down, getting that pelvis area square. It's so important to him. You saw in that inning, it started to derail, and then he got back on track. But that's what I love about it, too, though, is he proved that I am not going to fall off a cliff. I'm still going to be able to execute pitches and help this team win. So, yes, Roki Sasaki, I think we're seeing ace grow before our eyes.
Look, you like to pat yourself on the back. I'm trying to learn that habit a little bit, do it myself. You know what I'm saying? I have been on the Roki train for a while.
You have. You definitely have. And I think, too, And you mentioned that clip of him in the dugout, just not looking like he was happy with his start, right? Even though it was a really good start.
He punch himself in the face.
He really did. He looked like he was near tears. Looked like he needed a little bit of a hug, and it wasn't a bad start because his standard, his goal, he wants to be at that table with the Scooble.
By the way, I only want to work with and around people who want it that badly.
Yeah,
everything in life. I love people like that.
Exactly.
Like, give me that passion and give me that anger. I have a question for you about Roki Sasaki here on the new 97.1 The Fan, the voice of LA Sports. One of the things that, I can't remember which game. I was watching a game where I think Scooble and somebody were talking about Snell's curveball. Did you see this clip when they were kind of going over it? There is so much baseball pitching. The IQ of just the Dodgers sort of pitching group is off the charts. And I can remember, do you get obsessed with baseball? I get obsessed with certain baseball topics and go home and watch YouTube clips and go on Baseball Reference. So I've been thinking a lot about how good is potentially this Dodgers starting rotation compared to that Braves rotation back in the 90s with Clavin and Maddox and Smoltz. And one of the things about that team, because I've been watching a bunch of stuff about the old Braves, is they would like spend tons of time talking baseball and talking tactics and talking strategy and how it would lift, right? They would lift each other. Does Roki Sasaki speak English well enough to benefit? Because he's obviously got some guys in there, in Otani and Yoshi, who he can go to, he can visit with. Do you know if he's able to just sidle up to a Scooble, to a Snell, and just talk shop?
I haven't seen a lot of that, but I have seen.
So you don't think he's? I don't know that he's.
As far as the English goes,
his English, like what is it?
His reputation, because there's a lot of Spanish players in the NPB. That's the baseball professional league in Japan. He speaks Spanish better than he speaks English.
He speaks fluent Spanish.
Yeah, he's always talking to the guys in Spanish.
I want to be a polyglot. Is that the right word?
A polyglot. Yeah, there you go.
Polyglot. Yeah,
there you go.
I wish. Man, I don't know how to say the word, but then I want to be able to execute.
Bilingual.
It's not like a huge take. There's so like if you can speak English and you can speak Japanese on that team, your ability to just have because like you and I talk radio all the time, right? Jeff Fetterman, who's one of our bosses, came by and we talked radio the other day. And Andrew Williams is our boss. We talk radio. And, like, we'll see Cody. I'll see Cody in the hallway. Or I'll see, what you and Brock and I, like, just talking shop can sometimes, because we love radio, can lift up your abilities, right? You're like, oh, I didn't think you'd do it that way. I just wondered to what degree Roki's able to plug into all the benefits that are on that Dodgers team.
So I think with Roki and with a lot of these guys too, and Yoshinobu Yamamoto had a quote last year where he said, just being around Clayton Kershaw makes you a better pitcher, right? So even if there's not this conversation happening and there's not all these things that he's bestowing, just learning by example, just being around him, absorbing, I think there's a lot of that. But I've also heard with Roki Sasaki this year that he has taken to Yoshinobu Yamamoto and Shohei Ohtani more this year than he did last year. That he's been a little more receptive to the coaching of the Dodgers. And I think, too, when you look at the kind of pitcher that he is, you want to model yourself after.
Sorry, Donnie Boy. That's why the translators. Donnie Boy. I'm talking about the ability to walk up in the club, like in the dugout, and just talk baseball.
Yeah, look, Roki's
just
a guy.
To make the point that I'm trying to make.
Like I'll say this. Roki's a guy when the game ends and he's not pitching, he's probably the first guy out of the clubhouse leaving. Like that's in my experience. I always see him leaving very quickly.
Was he at his locker?
He was. That's where he got dressed and he left. But I do think though that Roki is one of those guys that just seeing Tarek Skubal, Blake Snell, Yamamoto, Shohei Ohtani, last year Clayton Kershaw, Tyler Glasnow, someone like that. Just seeing those guys.
I understand the watch. I was just curious. Like, if he can sidle up and just like on an off day, just watch a game because Maddox is. I'm sure you've watched like Maddox's interviews over the years talking about how he set guys up or facing Barry Bonds, and he's amazing. And one of the things he's talked about is that Maddox thought, because obviously he left the Cubs to go to the Braves, he was already an amazing pitcher, but he thought the ability to just like be chill. When Glavine was pitching, him and Smoltz would sit there and talk about Glavine. And when Smoltz was pitching, he and Glavine would sit there and break it down. I was just, because there's so much baseball knowledge, ball knowledge, that can you just imagine what it'd be like if you're a young pitcher and whoever's on the mound, you're talking to one of the other starting pitchers for the Dodgers, and just like, what are you seeing? I was just curious.
Oh, it absolutely happens. I know for a fact that Blake Snell has had conversations with Roki Sasaki. I remember early on in the season, even parts of last year, Blake Snell was one of the guys that was in his ear about, hey, you got to trust your stuff. You got to be aggressive in the zone. And I know that for Roki, he understands that, hey, I am in a situation where that's why I'm here, right? That's why I came to the Dodgers. That's why I chose this team. Remember, when Roki chose the Dodgers initially, it was after he gave them a homework assignment, how you're going to improve that velocity. They got his velocity back. And I think that, like we see with Yamamoto, like I've asked Roki questions where there's been times where he'll jump in before the interpreter occasionally, but I would say that he's more of the, I'm going to rely on my interpreter versus maybe a Shohei Ohtani and a Yamamoto. So the longer he's here, I think the more he'll embrace that. But I think the biggest thing is just understanding his role kind of in the pecking order and really just being around those guys. And hey, look, man, just when you're around people that are great at what they do, it just rubs off, man. Like,
no,
it
no,
really
I'm not
does.
argue that. I was just curious. I find it really, really interesting. DMAC and Reiter here on the new 97.1 The Fan, the voice of LA Sports, 855-97 LA Fan. If you want to give us a call. How significant? Who is this more important to? Wait, what were you saying?
Hit us up.
Well, you want to sing that song again to the audience?
Of the Carly Rae Jepsen?
Call me, man.
Hey, I just met Bill back in Maybe.
Oh my God.
Here's my number. Call me never.
How significant is this series to the Brewers, to the Dodgers? The Dodgers are currently half a game back of the Braves for that second spot in the National League, which obviously gets you by. They are 2 games now behind the Brewers, which obviously would get you home field advantage if you went to a Game 7.
I think it's more important for the Brewers just because, look, last year they swept the Dodgers. They dominated them in the regular season. The Dodgers, they did come back in the postseason to sweep them, but that doesn't carry over at all. But I just look at, too, the strength of schedule down the stretch and the fact that the Braves and the Brewers, they have the 4th and 5th most difficult schedules down the stretch. The Dodgers, last time I checked, they had the 23rd most difficult schedule. So
that's good.
The Braves, I mean, they're going to be in the mix. The Brewers, they have a chance against the Dodgers right now. The Dodgers go to Atlanta later this month, so there's some pivotal series. So I think if the Braves feel like, okay, this is an opportunity to gain some cushion, gain some against this Dodgers team, and also just continue to prove to themselves that they can hang with these guys. But I also think, too, like if the Dodgers get swept here, they're not getting swept in a 4-game series. If they lose 3 out of 4.
Okay.
If they split, if they don't take advantage of hosting a Brewers team that has a chance to finish with the best record in baseball, they are going to make it difficult for themselves to climb out of this hole. So, I mean, it's even though I think it's more important for the Brewers, just because if I'm Milwaukee, I want home field advantage, I want the best record in baseball. But if you're the Dodgers, I think it's very meaningful too. Like this is the series of the year. I think in Major League Baseball, I really
series of the year.
It is for the regular season.
That's a big old take.
I think if the Brewers,
I don't hate it.
If they take 3 out of 4, if they sweep this series, I think they send a message, and 2, this Dodgers funk, this malaise, the doldrums that they've been mired in, that it gets worse. I mean, think about it. Like there's a world
I agree.
Where you're setting yourself up to maybe 3 or 4 games back for the 2 seed. You just can't have that happen. So the Dodgers need to get back to their winning ways.
And look, nobody wants to play a highly variable, incredibly short series to advance in the postseason. Nobody's looking to do that. If your bullpen is not playing well, if Edwin Diaz doesn't figure it out, it becomes even more troubling because, game 1 of a best-of-3 series, you're up, 3-2 in the 9th. You have to win that game.
You do. And 2, check it out. They're playing on Sunday with Tarek Skubal on the mound, and if you're the Brewers, you're seeing Tarek Skubal, a guy that you're probably going to see at some point in game 1 or 2 in the postseason. So we talked about that story with Greg Maddux, right? And when he didn't want to give Jeff Bagwell certain pitches just so he could face him again in the postseason,
Dude,
how that would look.
That was mad genius stuff.
And that's where Tarek Skubal's going to be at, right? How do I handle this Brewers
He's
lineup?
getting mad genius stuff?
Yeah. Well, no. I'm just saying that those things carry over. Yes, teams are different in the postseason, but matchup for matchup and familiarity, that stuff means something.
I'm not going to call him Burst the policeman on this. I'm just going to, because he's going to be going, be in the field. He's going to be chilling. I'm not holding you accountable. You don't have to. You have said you want to call in from Barcelona on your vacation, and you don't have to.
Not once. I will.
Yeah, and I'm not holding you to it. But I do want to get your take on something in case you're not able to. Tarek Skubal has not pitched amazingly his first couple starts.
Fair.
11 innings pitched, 8 hits, 4 walks, 5 earned runs, 12 Ks, okay. 4.09 earned run average. Again, We are not. And the last outing wasn't great. It was 5 innings, 3 earned runs. Gave up a homer. All right, cool. What happened Sunday, and/or happened Sunday, and then his next outing? You'll be on vacation still, where it's enough that you're worried.
If he goes less than 3 innings, gives up 6 runs, and gets chased from that game, I will still feel like, okay, he's so talented. He's in the prime of his career.
You're cool.
I will say this, though. My big fear is this. You know what list I don't want to add Tarek Skubal to? I don't want to add him to that list of 2026 underperforming big addition Dodgers, right? I don't want to see him on that list with Kyle Tucker and Edwin Diaz.
Because
if he struggles, he could be on that list.
It happens.
If he gets rocked, he could be on that list. We don't want to see that. But to answer your question, do get smoked. You start to wonder, is his mind somewhere else? Does he want to be somewhere else? Yeah. I mean, the biggest compliment I could give you is, I love you as much as he loves the Tigers, as much as he loves Detroit. And if he gets rocked, you probably start to think about those.
I'm going to need an HR conversation. That's a
lot of love.
That's a little too much love.
That is the most love, man.
You know the movie I Love You, Man?
Yes.
It's like the sequel you're pitching here.
I Love You, Man 2, starring DMAC and Reiter on 97 The Fan.
Drive.
I was fishing for that one.
Yeah,
I was fishing.
You wanted it. Okay, so again, in the nuance, not the catastrophizing sort of, he sucks. If he, against the Brewers, has a similar outing to his last outing where he goes 5 innings and he gives up 3 earned runs, and then in his next outing, 6 days later, he's 6 innings, 4 earned runs. If he has 2 non-quality starts, I'm getting a little worried, dude, because he is a rental. And you're supposed to win these games. And by the way, this Brewers game isn't the biggest game on the face of the earth, but you just said it's the biggest series of the year, which means it's a really big game for Tarek Skubal.
The fate of the universe on the line.
You got...
Okay, that's a little extreme.
What are you, He-Man? Apparently that movie's good.
Really? Is it?
It didn't do well in the theater, but then I guess like having a moment on streaming, or it was.
Is it? Well,
by the powers of Grayskull, I'm not sure. Anyway, it's a thing. It's a thing to keep an eye on. When you come back from vacation in a week and a half, do you think it's more likely that I won't do that one. Is more likely that Mookie Betts is back, or Kyle Tucker is back, or Edwin Diaz is back?
I would rank it
in order. Yeah,
I would rank it Mookie, Tucker, and Diaz.
What?
Yeah. What?
Diaz last? Oh my God! You are loose. You are on the fringes.
Diaz dead last.
Real?
Wait,
I would go opposite.
No, I mean that he is the least likely to be back on the back meeting.
I think Edwin Diaz is the most likely to be back.
You think really?
Yeah,
I do.
I just think he hasn't had a lot of time, and he hasn't been with the Dodgers much, especially.
He's serving meatballs.
My sample size of Mookie looking washed and Kyle Tucker looking like he has lost his utter ability to have any confidence in him is much larger than my sort of sample size of Edwin Diaz being bad. Although Diaz has been real bad.
Yeah, I mean, he has been bad.
They're meatballs. But you said this. It could be a location thing.
It is. I mean,
maybe it's just refine a little bit more.
And the arm angle's down, and there's some things that they could point to. And also, too, if they move in a lower leverage situation, and it's just a little more of a soft landing for him.
The Dodgers also have a much better track record of making the adjustments to their pitchers that are struggling than their hitters.
And also, too, I just don't see the velocity returning, right? I mean, we were talking about
you said that about
97,
You said that about Roki.
What?
You said that about Roki.
No, I didn't.
Yes.
What do you mean?
Yes, you did.
Bring on the purse police. The tank police.
All right, purse police. He can't.
Sir, pull over.
He's like gone or something. He's already in the Philippines. I don't know where he is. You 100,000% said you thought there was a real chance that Roki was never going to get back to the velocity, and that if he couldn't do it, he couldn't be successful.
That was during the practice shows.
I don't think so.
There's.
I don't think it was.
Look, you're right.
By the way, it's okay. It was a reasonable. Just like I'm really worried about Friedman and Roberts, and maybe it'll work out. But I'm not. But my point is not. You weren't. My point is just you were wrong. But I didn't bring it up for that. My point is just maybe you've been a little. You've missed once on the velocity returning, which is fine. We all do that stuff. I think he can.
Well,
return.
So the velocity is down a tick, right? And it's. For me, the over effort, and a lot of pitchers talk about this, is sometimes when the velocity appears that it's back, it's because you're overworking yourself to chase that. I remember talking to Walker Buehler about this a couple years ago.
Okay.
And one thing he told me was sometimes, whether it's post-injury, pre-injury, you're trying to get the feel back for that pitch, is, yes, it looks like you're hitting 97, 98 again, but you're having to labor so much to try to get that. You're trying to have to go pedal to the floor when in the past you did not have to do that. You did not have to just go full throttle to get that. And when you're overthrowing like that, even though the gun is saying 97, 98, 99, the command isn't there. You're not hitting your spot. So I just look at the numbers, and yes, it's a small sample size, but that fastball is getting beat up. And until Edwin Diaz proves he's got that electric fastball back, I just don't think that he's going to be that dominant closer that he used to be. Because look, relievers by nature, they're simplified pitchers, right? He is a fastball slider pitcher. Right now, that slider, it's sliding, but it is moving into the barrels of the opposing team's bats, and the fastball just doesn't look good. Also, too, the entrance music has lost a lot of aura. I want to put that out there, too.
You don't get to talk about rookie anymore. I forgot that you've done that, and I remember. You're on a good news, bad news. You're on an 8-day rookie. You're grounded, but good news, you won't be here.
I'll take it. Look, I'll own up to that. I actually am I am actually incredibly pleasantly surprised that the velocity has climbed the way he has. And that's a credit to Roki. It's a credit to the Dodgers pitching coaches. That's a credit to everyone involved. Credit to Roki Sasaki, because it did look like he was pitching injured for a while there. It did look like maybe it was going to be a longer process. But, hey, I'm so happy that the velo's back to where it is, and he's developed some other pitches, too.
I should put velo in there. I forgot to put velo in.
Oh, what are you doing, like bingo part 2?
No,
Come on.
I'm getting the next segment ready.
Oh.
Yeah. You know, like, you need to watch it sometimes. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying?
I know what you're saying. That's what you're putting down.
A little inside joke there.
Yeah.
DMAC and Reiter. Here's what we're going to do. Doug is going to Barcelona, which is actually my favorite city on earth, along
Barcelona.
with LA. It's so great. Next week, I'm going to miss him. Bursch found this. He found a time machine. So I'm actually going to call you in the next segment. I'm going to call you in your next week. And I'm going to check in to see if it's okay that I'm interrupting your vacation.
Yeah, I love it.
You ready?
Yep.
On DMAC and Reiter. welcome back into the show. He is Doug McCain. I'm Bill Reiter. It is DMAC and Reiter, presented by DTLA Law Group on the new 97.1 The Fan, the voice of LA sports. Accident or injury, visit calldowntown.com. That's calldowntown.com. You can also text injury help to 40222, 40222. All right, so you're on vacation next week. You're going to Barcelona. You're going to Barcelona tonight.
Yeah.
Dude, you're gonna have an amazing time. There's still a lot of things that could happen. So I was trying to figure out like whether I can bother you or not. I was gonna ask you now, but it puts pressure on you. And Bursch came to me with a time machine. I don't know how this thing works. So I'm gonna call you, but I'm gonna I'm gonna call you next week, just see how the vacation's going.
Just gonna hit me up.
And I'm gonna see various topics, whether or not like you're okay with me interrupting you.
Yeah.
Your vacation.
Yep.
Just so I can keep a list of like what am I allowed to talk to you about.
Okay, gotcha.
All right, let's Bursch, turn the time machine on.
Ooh, bed music.
We're sending you back to the future.
Is someone better be dead? Why are you calling me, Bill?
Hey, dude, hey man, just wanted to check in. Matt Stafford got hurt. We're not sure how bad yet. You want to come on the show?
Yeah, what's up, man? That's a big deal. That's the reigning
This is where the
MVP.
fun begins.
Actually, the time machine. I gotta go. Sorry, just testing something.
We're sending you back to the future.
Bro, you know texting exists,
I
right?
miss you, man.
Hey,
Whoa, hey.
could have been a text. What is it, Bill?
All right, hey, I am I miss you.
Dude, I'm eating tapas, bro. With my family, dude. We hang out all the time. What is it, dude? It's better be an emergency.
That's a big HELLNAH.
I thought you said you were topless. They're topless beaches. All right, sorry, bro. My bad.
We're sending you back to the future.
Yo, what up, Bill?
What's up, bro? How you doing, man?
I'm chilling. What's going on?
A lot of rain there?
Yeah, it's pretty rainy.
I miss you. Is it weird?
Yeah, man.
Okay. 80's back. Do you want to work today?
Yes!
This is where the fun begins.
AD's back. I'll be on for the full 4 hours. Forget my wife and kid. It's all about you today, baby.
that's
80's back.
You're a good actor.
We're sending you back to the future.
What's up, Bill?
Hey, dude, I'm actually just calling because I miss you.
Hey, man, I miss you too, bro. I can't wait to come back, dude.
This is where the fun begins.
Oh,
So what is it?
you're doing the better.
Wait, what is it?
Does this thing go backwards? Because I'd like to explain to.
I thought we need to know
We're
the.
sending you back.
Or what is it? Yo, Bill, man, what is the big story on?
Hey, bro, I know you're on vacation. I just want to see how you feel about pan con tomate.
Oh, yeah, no, it's a great spot, man. Love it.
This is where the fun
It's
begins.
not a great spot. It's a food.
I thought it'd be presented with the thing.
You're doing great.
We're sending you back to the future.
What up, Bill?
Hey, dude, Mookie Betts went over 4 last night.
Nah, I'm good.
Take it. It's yours.
We're sending you back to the future.
I don't want to.
You're doing great.
Yo, what up, Bill?
What up, buddy?
Spain's awesome, dude. Thanks for all those tips, man.
How's it going, well?
It's chill, dude. Having a good time.
Hey, man, I know you're on vacation, but I'm calling because actually, I want to argue. I just want to have you on to talk about whether Dave Roberts sucks.
Bro, are you serious? No.
Your own face.
That's what I've been looking for.
We're sending you back to the future.
What up, Bill?
Dude, what's up? How's Barcelona, bro?
Dude, it's great, man. Love this place. Can't wait to be back, but having a good time.
Miss you. All right, so I don't know if you want to be a part. I don't know if I'm bothering you. I don't have details. Bursch has been arrested in the Philippines.
What? I'm in.
This is where the fun begins.
Yeah, so something about he thought he was a policeman.
Oh, no.
It's a Bursch policeman. I don't know.
Federal Burcho investigations?
You're still hold on to that, huh?
Yeah. The FBI. Yeah, man.
We're sending you back to the future.
Bill Reiter, my man.
What's up, buddy?
My man.
I'm calling because the Dodgers being sold.
Whoa, I'm in.
This is where the fun begins.
Are you serious? You're right. There was a chance it could happen.
Wow.
Wow.
It's great talk.
Can't wait to talk about this
We're
one.
sending you back to the future.
Is the house on fire? Better be. What is this, Bill?
Hey, what are you doing right now?
Man, it's going to that Barcelona game, dude. We'll see what it's all about.
I just won Doug McCain bingo again.
Bingo.
Ooh.
Bingo.
Gotta check out your boy Lamine Yamal, dude.
You have to respond to the bingo thing.
Oh, bingo.
Yeah, you got to pick. Yeah, Burst, just pick whatever you want.
Literally your own face. We're sending you back to the future.
Yo, what up, Bill?
I've been drinking
Been drinking?
Yeah.
This is my favorite time to talk to you. I'm in.
on the show. Had a little bit too much drink. Can you do the
This
show?
is where the fun begins.
Yeah, it would be. All right, that's the bit. You want any more?
Well, I think with AD, Dodgers getting sold.
Yeah. What would be the threshold? Hold on, let me just
Major player injuries.
hold on, let me just I go use the time machine one more time.
We're sending you back to the future.
Bill Reiter, my
buddy?
guy.
Miss you,
What's up,
dude.
dude?
What time is it? Late there.
It's late, bro. 11:30.
All right, cool. Hey, here's the thing. You know you from a week ago?
Yeah.
Man, he sucks today. Like, it's been brutes, bro. It's been brutes.
I
Is anything like going on with it? Like I'm just trying to figure out. He's off, being all mean.
Is
Didn't
he?
wear his jersey. Yeah, he's not really delivering on the show. And I just trying to anything I can do to like make him feel. What's going on?
forgot the birthday.
Yeah, I forgot the birthday. What's going on with you a week ago?
Gosh.
It's a time machine. It's me calling from a week ago.
Yeah, I'm hanging up.
Literally your own face.
That works. Let's can we just do one more.
We're sending you back to the future.
Bill Reiter,
What's
my
up, man?
guy. What
Dude,
is
you're
up,
not
dude?
gonna believe this.
What's up?
This is me from a week ago.
Yo.
I'm on a telephone time machine.
Yo.
Burst came up with it.
Uh-huh.
He found it.
Yes.
Yeah. So here's the thing.
Let's do it.
You're like you a week ago, right? You got your unbuttoned, you got taco meat out. It's a whole thing, whole vibe. I can't tell if you a week ago want to come on the show when you're saying that you want to be on the show, but you just like I'm trying to figure out how to plan this. Do you actually want to be on the show last week, today for you, next week for me, or no?
I'm in. 100%
Really?
yes.
This is where the fun begins.
I'm on the show, baby.
Okay, so I can plan it with you a week ago for now. It's okay.
100%. We're on.
All right, good job, Bursch. Bursch, was that everything you dreamed it would be?
It was close.
Okay. Okay. You were awesome. I kind of dropped
What's
the ball.
up, Bill?
We're-
Is this an emergency? That's fine. What up, Bill?
Hey, what's up, dude? Hey, Ben.
You
good?
should, what do you think the percentage of like me calling you versus you calling me? I feel like it's like 80% me calling you and 20% you calling me.
I'm gonna want to call you.
Yeah.
I'm gonna want to say because we talk a lot.
Yeah.
It's actually kind of weird how much we talk away from the studio.
No, that's what I'm saying. In general, like, what percentage do you think I
Oh.
call? I feel like
think
it's like
next week.
80%. Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
no, I call you more.
Really?
I think so.
Yeah, you're right. It might be close to like
Well,
60-40.
Maybe it's 50-50.
Yeah.
Actually, you're needy. No, I'm just kidding.
Oh, man.
We like most hosts either don't like each other, or want to break from each other. Didn't we talk last night?
Yeah, I think
I
so.
called you last night.
Yeah. But it's a whole different thing, though. It's a whole different convo.
Is
you
it?
know? Yeah.
And this morning, I think we talked.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Like I would. Yeah, it's kind of one of those things when you talk on the phone. Just a different thing. It's like when you're talking to your new girlfriend until the sun comes up and you're like under your bed covers, that kind of thing. Like it's a different vibe.
We could be 20 years into doing the show together, and it'll still be the first time I met you, in which I was drunk.
I really like the I really like that segment.
Do you want it again?
Let's do one more.
Do you want me to call you back?
Yeah, hit me up.
All right.
We're sending you back to the future.
Bill Reiter,
buddy?
bro, I told you not to.
I'm actually calling from last week at the time machine. I have a question.
What is it?
You, that's like here now, just made some weird comment about how often I call. Was he put out with how? Like, am I calling too much?
Not
Was that a
calling
shot?
enough.
Was that a shot?
Yeah, here's the thing.
I thought maybe it was a shot. He's in the other room.
The solution to this is we just move in together so we don't have to call each other because we're living under the same roof. What do you
This is
think?
where the
You want to
fun
run that by
begins.
Gene real quick?
No, it's okay. Just like I don't have to run it by her that I'm going to be doing the show.
Can you come home early? I miss you, dude.
Yeah, dude. I'm going to flight, man.
This is where the fun begins.
Is that what you're
I'm
looking for,
coming
Bursch?
on the show, baby.
Let's get it. Are you really coming on next week?
Yes, and I
want-
think look, there's could be something crazy happening too. You know
You
what I mean?
get to decide. Are you ready to decide?
Yeah.
It's you. You're gonna drive. This is an airplane. You're gonna fly.
I'm gonna fly.
You're gonna fly this. Would you like to do NFL report or Harwood headlines? Next.
Ooh, that's a good one. My friend loves the NBA hardwood headlines. Let's do some hardwood headlines.
That's what you want to do?
Yeah.
NFL report next.
Oh,
on
you
DMAC
know what?
and
No.
Reiter. Welcome back into DMAC and Reiter, presented by DTLA Law Group on the new 97.1 The Fan, the voice of LA sports. Accident or injury, text injury help to 40222 or visit calldowntown.com. I messed with you a little bit last segment.
Back in the present, baby.
We're back. How was your... Oh, you weren't there. Never mind.
Great tapas.
It's time for the... How would you not even call... It's time for the NFL report.
It's time for the latest headlines on and off the gridiron. It's DMAC and Reiter's NFL report.
Hello, Bruce.
Hey, guys.
How are you living?
Great. Back in the present times. It's wonderful. Hey, guys. We had some NFL preseason action last night.
Okay.
Fernando Mendoza made his Raiders debut. He went 10 of 16, passing 97 yards and a touchdown. He spoke after the game about what he thought about his performance.
It was great. You know, the first series I felt a little sped up, so it was good to come back on the sideline, learn from my mistakes, and then the second series we were able to score. Third series, you know, I missed a read there, and the fourth series I thought we had a good thing going, and then unfortunately I missed a throw at the end. And then overall, I felt that the group that I was in with, they blocked fantastic. They had great routes. The run game was good, you know, and unfortunately, like, I let my teammates down today. But it's a growing experience, and you know, I feel like we're all growing, and it showed me that I need to grow a lot.
I'm so in, bro. I'm a sucker for that. I don't know, like, it was the Michael Silver story, and he won't swear, and Vegas is a haunted house, and he played well. I'm in.
He looked really good, I will say. Dude. I mean, he looks like the it factor's there. As you mentioned right there was a moment where there was some happy feet there. There was some pressure. But after they did that little play action, he was dropping lasers. He was throwing dimes in tight windows on the touchdown. You saw him just fit in there nicely into a tight window. And I'm just really, really impressed with how he handled the pressure. But the arm just looks so much better than I thought it was going to. And the pressure on him to deliver.
Say it.
Arm talent. Yeah. I will say, he almost looks like he's Jared Goff with a little more it factor. He really looks good.
And it's interesting what he said about the game. Sort of was a little sped up for him in the beginning. You could kind of see it, and he still played well. And then he looked like he belonged after the first couple throws. He just looked very comfortable.
He really did. I mean, after he reacted that pressure, and was still able to just execute throws. I think that first throw he made right there on the far hash, and you saw the arm strength, and now it's, hey, if Fernando Mendoza can make every throw, then it's about the processing, then it's about just the ability to deliver, and he did that, man. I will say, like, if I had to take an L on Fernando Mendoza, I'm here for it, but just one preseason game,
I get it.
Impressive, though. Impressive stuff.
Cousins, by the way, Kirk Cousins, I think, had a pretty good drive, too, right? And he scored. If Kirk Cousins looks like the Kirk Cousins we saw in Atlanta, the pressure to have Mendoza out there quickly is going to mount, whether or not it's a sort of a transition year or not.
Shirley. I mean, that's a guy that looked
Don't
like...
call me Shirley. Can you name that movie?
Yes, Airplane.
Oh, I thought it was Naked Gun 2.5.
Naked Gun 2, was it? Yeah.
No, it is Airplane.
Okay, yeah.
My bad. That movie used to scare me as a kid.
It did?
I don't know why.
Really?
Yeah.
Airplane scared you?
I don't got it. I haven't seen that movie since I was 12.
Wow.
I haven't seen it.
Talking about I don't want to be scared of planes right now.
Shirley, you can't be serious. I am serious. Don't call me Shirley.
Don't call me Shirley. Yeah. Mendoza looks like he's that dude. I mean, I will say.
Well, the Rams are starting their preseason tomorrow, and Stetson Bennett has been named the starting quarterback of the game, but both Stetson Bennett and Ty Simpson should see some action in this game. Sean McVay talked about both of the quarterbacks heading into this game.
You know, good command by both those guys, consistently making good decisions, playing within the timing and rhythm of, you know, whatever that play is that Nate decides to call, and want to see us get in and out of the huddle. You know, good communication. There'll be a lot of different guys that'll be kind of rotating in, but you know, I want Stetson to be able to do what he's done, and I want Ty to be able to do what he's done as well, and it'll be fun to watch both those guys play.
You are the host of the soon-to-be-launched new Rams podcast here as part of the sort of 97.1 The Fan umbrella. Does this mean anything to you?
It does, because it means that right now they view Stetson Bennett as the backup quarterback.
Not motivational, not you think this is what it is.
I do. I think that this is about, okay, you want to give Ty Simpson the reps. You haven't seen a lot of great stuff from Stetson Bennett in those practices. Threw a couple interceptions the other day. I still hold out some hope that maybe you go the Jimmy Garoppolo route and you get a more competent, trusted, veteran backup quarterback. I don't want him to fail.
You do. You want to be right. I'm not mad at you.
I don't.
Yes, you do.
I want him to develop as an asset so you could trade it for Joe Burrow.
Would you like to weigh in here?
Yeah, you want him to fail.
Wee.
That's better.
Fail.
I respect it, by the way.
Yeah, I mean, look.
Your lack of humanity in the service of being a radio host, and a good one. And you're a damn good one.
I think that Ty Simpson has a lot of traits, a lot of tools. Some of the clips have not been encouraging.
You think he's going to fail, and it's human nature to root for your take. I'm not mad at you.
I'm not openly rooting for a quarterback to fail for the team that I root for. So if Ty Simpson fails, it hurts the Rams. I do not think that he's going to grow into being a Jared Goff or a Matthew Stafford. That's just my opinion. Hope he fails. 10 interceptions.
Can you name this? You lie.
You lie.
Can you name that? It's in the snow.
In the snow?
Yeah.
The Shining.
No, it's Kill Bill.
Oh,
this is a Hanzo Vittori
that's
sword.
right. That's right.
You lie.
You lie.
So
Bergeron has the craziest, off rhythm Riz I've ever seen. You gotta be it's a different kind of vibe. Freaking birthday. I was so pissed yesterday, you dude.
Dude, you should look on your face.
Burst,
I went back and checked that out.
I was hurt, dude. Have you watched it at all? Have you seen the clip where I find out?
I witnessed it, and I knew exactly what was happening as it happened. So, yeah.
Thought we had something, pal.
I know. Well, thank you, though.
I was going to miss you for the next 9 weeks.
Latest Aaron Donald news here. So Aaron Donald had a couple more workouts this week at the Rams facility. In fact, earlier the week, he worked out alongside Braden Fisk and Desjuan Johnson. Johnson told Nate Atkins of The Athletic, quote, "It didn't feel like he missed a beat at all. It feels like he even got a little bit faster, a little bit hungrier in a way."
I can't even talk about AD without thinking that it's going to happen while you're gone. It's going to piss me off. And I'm really looking forward to doing the show with James Coe, but you and I have been waiting to have this conversation for a long time now. Together.
I hope he comes back, and I'll take it even if I'm on vacation. But the best thing is that this absolutely feels inevitable.
You're going to be asleep, dude. It's going to be right now.
I'm going to be on AD watch 24/7. I'm going to find a way.
You're going to have come back from Sips, from Bedlam and Sips. Sips, one of the best bars in the world, and you're going to be hammered. You're going to be hammered.
You better wait. That's all I got to say.
Hope so.
He's coming back, though. We know that. Feels like it's inevitable.
It feels inevitable, doesn't it? Yeah.
Puka Nacua appeared on the Impulsive podcast this week. That's Logan Paul's podcast. And he discussed an injury he suffered at Michael Rubin's white party. It's coming right now, I promise.
But he did it very quietly.
Yeah.
You versus that glass window pane at Michael Rubin's white party. The glass window pane won. What happened, Puka? It was Snoop Dogg. I was so excited, and I'm like, I was sitting there talking to Suni Lee. I had to go find where Devontae was at, and I turned around, and I'm like, they cleaned the windows really good. At Rubin's house. Oh yeah. They were perfectly crisp. I'm like, you didn't see it coming. You were in the corner, and you were bleeding from your face. Yeah. And then I realized, he must have ran into this glass panel because I can't even see it.
That's the guy you want to give all-time money to. That's your guy.
Puka might be an idiot, dude. He might be an idiot. He really might be the receiver version of Rob Gronkowski. I mean, he's got to be banned from podcasts if he wants that bag.
He's been banned from houses that have glass.
I'm
actually going to say this, and maybe I'm also an idiot. I have full speed walked into at least 3 closed windows, and just face bounced off, hit ground. I did one my senior year at a party where there's a girl I saw, and I was like, so I'm going to go say hi. And she saw me, and I did and then I just walked into the glass.
Happens to the best of us.
Romeo, I'm not. Oh, dude, someday I have to tell you, I have to tell you my London train story about me trying to show my brother, my friends, what a Riz master I was.
Ooh, on the tube?
He didn't go.
Oh, did it?
Yeah, no physical injury. Yeah.
Her loss.
No. I think that was her game.
Yeah, Puka Nacua, man.
Do you think he and I are morons?
You deserve the bag.
You may not be wrong. Wait, what did you say?
You deserve the bag.
You deserve it.
Yeah.
You deserve the bag. I'm just saying your words back to you.
Guys, Mike McDaniel appeared on this week's episode of NFL Daily and had this to say about his new team.
This team is really hungry. And it's, I'm not sure if the team's more hungry than I am or vice versa, but it was a great fit in that way because there was a lot of like ambition moving forward. So I think this group of people has a great chance to be their very best version of themselves in December and January by stacking days. Just by the nature of the leaders on the best players on this team are.
DMAC, you guys are so similar. I've never noticed this before.
What?
You and Mike, you both.
This team is really hungry.
You're both loquacious, likable, and winning in ways that make me want to make fun of you with a smile.
Come on.
I'm serious, but I
do not like that comp at all.
Why? He's super smart and charming.
I mean, his team looks really
Not the
hungry.
Voice. Not the voice.
I mean, I don't
Not
know,
the voice,
man.
just
Do you think it's an act? It feels like a little bit of an act. He kind of is playing into it.
No, I think I think he's who he is, man.
Oh man, his team's really
He did
hungry.
something there where he's like, I don't know if it's them or it's me or it's the reverse. You already said it. It is you've reversed back. You already did reverse. You did the double reverse.
Yeah, he definitely knows what he's doing.
He was
out
on a clock there for sure. We're doing the list. It's our favorite Friday segment next here on DMAC and Reiter. What up, LA? Happy Friday. Welcome into the show. Final hour for us, but you are covered till 10 o'clock. James Coe Show coming up. This, for the next 60 minutes, is DMAC and Reiter, presented by DTLA Law Group on the new 97.1 The Fan, the voice of LA sports. Accident or injury, visit calldowntown.com. That's calldowntown.com. How does it feel to have your, I mean, dude, you have earned a vacation. You're going somewhere amazing. How does it feel, bro?
It feels stressful because what if I miss my flight?
Yeah, you're this guy, if you're somewhere between Mid-Wilshire and LAX at 6 o'clock, just pull over.
Yeah, give me a little police escort.
It's like when the airplane thing happens, like, we have some passengers trying to make a connection. Please stay in your seat. And then they take the thing off and everyone just stands up.
Yeah, there's like parts like the Red Sea.
People are no, the opposite.
The opposite. Oh, so you
That's
say
what I was
close it.
saying. Yeah,
Got
no,
it,
it's okay. It's just the words.
Yeah. See, let's mix it up. Yeah,
I'm gonna miss you.
Yeah, no, I'm gonna miss me. Because I'm not the same person not doing the show. Okay.
God.
Kind of devastated. I hope I do a hit on every episode. Every segment.
All right. Let's do the list. Or let's not.
The best, the worst. This is your top 5, bottom 5 on DMAC and Reiter.
All right, we're doing betrayals today, right?
We are.
Good and bad betrayal. Do you want... So we're going to do the good ones first and the bad ones last? Is that what we're doing?
I think we could. I will say, I think this might be my best list.
Okay. Do you want me to go first then?
It's up to you.
First, who's going first?
You're going first, Bill.
Okay. I'm ready. All right, these are the good betrayals.
Number 5.
Jeannie Buss firing her own brother Jim on February 21st, 2017. I got to tell you, dude, this one is pretty vicious because it's family on family crime. And it was reportedly very difficult for her to do. I don't think they speak any longer. By the way, it wasn't just Jim Buss. It was also Mitch Kupchak, the GM, and longtime PR guy who actually really liked John Black. I would have this higher on the list if she hadn't sold to Mark Walter, and Mark Walter hadn't then turned around and sold to someone else. But LeBron James coming to town, all the good things that kind of went down, the championship, the direction they've gone, it never would have happened with Jim Buss. He was a hot mess. Nice job, Jeannie. You want to comment on these? You can. You don't have to.
That's a great pull. I regret not having that one on there. So you're saying that that's a good betrayal because of what did the game.
She betrayed her brother, but it was what LA needed.
It was for the best.
She treated the team like it was her father's legacy, but also like something that she had to protect LA.
Succession, dude.
The LA became before her family. Succession. It was
had to do it.
And I knew Jeannie really well back then, a little more socially. There's a clip somewhere of like me doing a TV show and her being like, "Bill, we miss you in LA" when I lived in New York. She didn't like me as much once I started covering the Lakers because you've heard my personality. I'm pretty honest. But I'm a huge Jeannie Buss fan as a human. I know that was hard for her to do.
Number 4.
This is kind of a deep cut, and it's self-serving because I reported this was going to happen, and then our radio station called me a liar for 3 months. But I love DeAndre Jordan, part of Lob City, going in July of 2018 to the Mavericks until he was basically surrounded and kidnapped in his own house, and then came back. But that brief encounter, a lot of people in this town had to eat crow. A lot, including you, Dennis Rogers, who still does PR at the Clippers and owes me an apology and hasn't done it because he didn't have the courage to speak to me when I left a bunch of messages. Like, Dennis, still waiting on it. We'll tell that story on the air at some point. We don't have time today.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Hey, man, keeping those receipts. I love it.
Yeah, man. Don't call me
Number
3. Don't call me a liar out there and then don't take my phone call when it turns out I was right, Dennis.
Exactly, man.
Yeah. Okay, I'm sorry. What number are we on?
Number 3.
This one's hard, dude, because it's a good one. Like, it's like what Jeannie did. You know, you have to betray family to do what's right for your thing. Doug McCain bingo was a great betrayal. I had to betray to do what's right. And this is what it sounded like.
Bingo, 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 bingo.
Hold on, I got more.
Gene, my wife, you mentioned Matthew Stafford with Kyle Tucker, and so I had to end up selling a pair of autographed Kobe Bryant sneakers, and I can say, love Bill Reiter, you're seeing the slug. Nothing, too, he's on the Raiders, right? He's on the Raiders. He would say, hey, it's the fluidity, but hey, okay, mister, hey. Yeah, I mean, look, Kirk Cousins is there.
Doug McCain, bingo!
Bingo, bingo.
You guys got a lot of time on your hands.
Let's go!
What?
Wow.
I knew something was up.
We have been secretly playing Doug McCain bingo today. That was a hard.
Wow. Wow. All that effort. Hey, round of applause. Great effort there. Great effort.
I know what you're thinking.
You got me. Hey.
Yes.
Hey. Make no mistake about it. Hey. Hey. We Gucci? Hey.
I am the 2017 Jeannie Buss.
Yeah.
Yes.
You are.
Thank you.
Betrayal.
Number 2.
Kobe taking Powell out of the Olympics. Remember this? So Kobe and Powell played each other, gold medal game, right? I think it was the gold medal game, Spain against the U.S. And a bunch of guys went up to Kobe because obviously Kobe and Powell were teammates and loved each other, brothers, all that stuff. And they're like, "Oh, how are you gonna?" He's like, "I'm gonna deck him." And remember, Kobe, the first play, just went over and just ran it and just
trucked him,
dude. That's a betrayal, and he did it for his country.
That's awesome. I remember, too, when the Lakers started that season, there was a story where Kobe put his gold medal in Powell's shoes to try to motivate them to go and win the championship. They ended up being the Magic that year. So that was cold-blooded, dude. That was cold-blooded.
Number 1.
This is one of the greatest betrayals in the history of sports and the greatest betrayal in a good way for Los Angeles. Walter O'Malley moving the Brooklyn Dodgers here in it doesn't feel good, does it? In 1957. Doesn't feel good, does it?
What does it feel good?
When I take it.
Yeah, I should have gone
when
first.
I take it.
Man. It's a great pull. Not only was it the same one, it was in the same spot on my list, but I'll give you my list anyway.
No, you're done. DMAC and Reiter, we're doing the best and worst betrayals in sports history.
Number 5.
Nico Harrison betrays Luka Doncic and the Dallas Mavericks and trades Luka to the Lakers for Anthony Data Davis, for Anthony Street Clothes Davis. I think he should have been the first guy to win the Executive of the Year for another team because how badly he managed his own team. Luka Doncic is a superstar. He's on the Lakers now. It was a great move for the purple and gold.
Did you hear that?
That was quite a slap their fans in the face.
Did you hear that? That hurt. I slapped myself in the face because that's a great one.
Don't worry, I'm still.
Damn it!
Literally, my soul left my body when I heard you say you're number 1. I'm like, still actually.
It happens to me every time. Thank you, Birch. Let me go first. You know what, Birch? You enjoy your 9 weeks off.
I'm so pissed. I'm actually pissed. I'm legitimately mad. Okay, let's keep moving.
Number 4.
Wayne Gretzky getting traded to the Kings. So the betrayal, the Oilers betraying their fans, trading the great one. He took hockey in LA in Southern California to the next level. Never won that Stanley Cup, but they did get to the Stanley Cup Finals in 1993. They lost to the Oilers, but they laid the foundation for a hockey culture here in Southern California. I still think the best stat ever is the fact that you could take away all of his goals and just use his assists, and he would still be the leader in all-time points in the NHL. So look, the great one in LA had some great years, did win his 9th Hart Trophy, his MVP here. So look, that's a good one. The Kings get to that Stanley Cup, but they betrayed the Oilers. Helped us. Keep moving.
Number 3.
Yeah, Bursch.
Kobe betrayed Shaq. I'm going to say that Kobe betrayed Shaq in the sense that, look, he made no mistake about it. He wanted to win his own title without the big fella. He said it after he retired that, hey, I got my 5th championship. That means I have one more than Shaq. Shaq went to the Heat. And yes, the Heat did win a title with the Big Diesel, but I think that you would not have had that back-to-back championship run that the Lakers had in 2009 and 2010 if they just kept Shaq and Kobe together. So look, it was a betrayal. Kobe felt like he had to prove to himself that he could win without a stacked deck, without Shaq. It was kind of the anti-LeBron move, right? LeBron's like, I'm going to go link up with everyone. Kobe's like, no, I'm going to take the most dominant force in the league and say, go to Miami. I'm going to prove I can win without you. It was the anti-LeBron move. So I say Kobe betrays Shaq.
Number 2.
I think it's a great. I love your list.
Staying with Shaq. Hey, I'm so pissed. You got my number 1. Okay.
I feel so good. I feel so happy.
Shaq.
I betrayed you with my own
betraying the Magic and leaving Orlando and signing with the Lakers.
Can we get a cheer for that?
That's
phenomenal.
Yeah, this is a nice pull. I felt pretty good about this one. The Magic, they famously lowballed him. They had a poll in the Orlando Sentinel where they asked fans if Shaq was worth 7 years, $115 million. 91.3% said no in that poll. Shaq was pissed. Jerry West got the deal done. They made some moves. They traded Vlade to the Hornets too to get Kobe. Shaq ended up going to the Lakers, won 3 titles. The MDE, the most dominant ever. Shaq, Big Diesel, Big Shaq. Let's go.
I can't wait to hear number 1.
God, number 1.
Yeah.
Brooklyn going to Los Angeles. Yep. It was Walter O'Malley. And I will say, too, I'll add the betrayal of Robert Moses, who betrayed the fans of Brooklyn, because that was New York City's powerful planners, urban planner, and Walter O'Malley, he wanted to build that Dome Stadium in Ebbets Field, and then you had Moses saying, no, you go to Flushing, Queens. It ended up where he said, you know what, I don't want to do that. It's too much to do there. I'm taking this franchise to Los Angeles. So Walter O'Malley changed sports forever, gave the Dodgers to L.A., and they have just been one of the crown jewel franchises in all sports ever since they arrived.
We already did this one.
I know, I guess. I'm sorry.
No, not mad.
I'm so bummed.
I know you are.
I'll get you my worst, though.
We're doing worst now. All right, let's go.
Number 5.
I don't want to get in trouble with the morning show. I really don't. I don't. But LeBron to Philly. I'm doing it, man.
Yeah?
I think it's a betrayal, and you're allowed to do it. And we already had this conversation. Why does he have to love LA? He doesn't, but I would like him to. I would, and I will just say, as a point of reminder, he got to run the front office. Clutch Sports ran the Lakers and was like, not ran, but this is source. This is not me speculating. Rich Paul would have meetings with Lakers officials and operate as an advisor / suggester / I'm not suggesting over many years of the Lakers. And that connection and relationship that was brought on by LeBron being here and Jeannie's connection with LeBron is a big part of the reason that Clutch became such a sort of tentacles everywhere. When you can run any organization, you can run many organizations. Like part of the reason Adrian Wojnarowski, who's a friend, became an absolute machine is he got so connected that he could actually influence a couple organizations with his info, and then it went everywhere. And so, and they drafted his son Bronny, and they hired his buddy, the podcast partner. Like we don't have to revisit all of this, but there was much given to LeBron, and his response was, "I'm going to Philadelphia."
Number 4.
This one really actually hurts my feelings.
Oh, no. What do you got? What do we got here?
On an Odyssey conference call yesterday with important people, with friends, with bosses, with colleagues, Doug McCain, my co-host, someone I thought I was close to. I thought we were in this together. I thought you were my guy. I'm not making this up. Doug went on a call. Do we have it, Birch? Birch is frantically efforting, so I'm going slow. And after drinks together, after literally nights spent on the phone talking about this radio show, after me constantly saying to you, let me know what I can do to make your situation, like I want you to feel comfortable, right? You haven't done radio before, right? You're amazing at it. Burge, I need you to kind of get the clip because I'm running out of stall tactics. You said this to everyone.
And someone with like a DJI mic, like talking about the same thing, because my co-host, like he annoys the hell out of me, like Bill Reiter, right? And he knows how to poke me and like get me to like get a strong reaction, right? So he kind of gets under my skin.
Are you serious here? Wow. That's
there's no crying in radio. There's no crying or fighting.
Well done. Well done.
You know what? Sometimes salt should go in the wound to remind yourself why you got wounded in the first place. Sometimes you deserve the pain because of who you trusted. Can I please hear the emotional shot to my private parts again?
Because my co-host, like he annoys the hell out of me, like Bill Reiter, right? And he knows how to poke me and like get me to like get a strong reaction, right? So he kind of gets under my skin.
We pulled the whole tape. Yesterday, you said on the air, off the air, I told him you were great. I told him it wasn't me. I told you you're great. You're the best ever. None of that was in there. I looked for it like a raft.
What are you talking
like
about?
A safety preserve, you know? Like a. All right, the wave came, but maybe there's something I can grab onto so I don't drown emotionally here.
That was in response to a. We have the whole clip, I'm sure.
We do. That is the whole clip.
And the point was
terrible
that you bring the best out of me.
That's not what you said.
That is what I said.
Your body language. You hate me.
I absolutely love you, man. You bring the best out of me.
I would put this higher, but it's broken me, so I couldn't even count today.
You're out of your mind.
Let's go to the next one.
You guys are crazy.
Number 2.
Here's one that's very similar, where one person betrays another. Jeannie, this actually pisses me off. So Jeannie Buss fires her brother. Doesn't know what to do, doesn't know who to trust. Again, this is source. This is not speculative. It's not shocking. But Jeannie was worried she was over her head. She loved her dad so much and so wanted to live up to that legacy that she was obsessive about protecting the Lakers and doing it the right way, but she hadn't run basketball ops before. So she turned to Magic Johnson. And Magic Johnson literally quit in a hallway without telling. Jeannie, I actually know people who were with Jeannie when she found out, and I won't retell the whole story, but the gist of it is she was broken. She didn't believe it. She thought it wasn't true. She thought it was fake before there was fake news and AI. And this was Magic Johnson literally telling the world he was quitting before he told Jeannie Buss.
What am I doing? You know, I got a beautiful life. So I'm going to go back to that beautiful life. And I'm looking forward to it. And somebody going to have to tell my boss, because I know she's going to be sick, but I know I couldn't face her face to face and tell her.
Bro, that's crazy.
That was the famous "I'm not going to be here," right?
And it gave us Rob Pelinka. Yeah. I mean, yours is worse, but still.
What? Come on, take that context is everything, okay?
I know it is.
Taken out of context.
Number 1.
No, we're number 2.
Number 2.
I know. The Doug betrayal felt like 2. For me, too. Ipe, I can never say his name. Mizuhara.
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 Ipe.
Is that on your list, too?
Yeah.
It's number 1, isn't it?
Now, number one.
Okay. This is self-explanatory, and we can get to number 1, which is also yours.
Number 1.
Mark Walter. This week, the Lakers.
Ooh.
Whatever the reasons, whatever the details, financial difficulties, the allegations are unfair, but they're mounting debt. The allegations turn to be real. The Lakers are a public trust. It's a critically important transition period. We already got LeBron going to Philly as a mercenary, which is fine, but it's still a betrayal. It's a very difficult time, and this is not the instability that they need. What Mark Walter did, this is the best way I can put it, how Mark Walter made Lakers fans feel about that day is how I feel about our friendship.
You bring the best out of me.
Thought it was one thing that was another.
Come on.
That's what I said when I heard it.
Great work. Great detective work. I gotta give credit where credit's due. I gotta give credit where credit's due. But look, there
you
were
said it
some
with such fierceness.
No, come on. First of all, I think you look at that in the moments we have on the show. Some of the best moments are when you are.
Oh, I'm never gonna change.
Exactly, right?
But I've been nice to you for the last 3 months.
Oh no, I'm getting Mr. Mean Bill.
No, I love you, pal. It was funny though.
I love you the most, dude. All right, let's keep. There are some care. Let's keep moving though.
Because my co-host, he annoys the hell out of me, like Bill Reiter, right? He knows how to poke me and get me to get a strong reaction,
I feel like
right? So it kind of gets under my skin.
The point was, full context. I don't know if we watched the whole thing. They were talking about all the types of different content they do, and I was saying that really all I care about is doing the content from this show.
I listen to it, dude.
Okay, well, it's the truth.
Do you know how I know when you're lying?
What?
You're talking.
It's a good one. All right, let's keep moving. I know we got
Number 5.
Okay, Ipe Mizuhara Otani. That one goes with what you had. Not at number 2, I believe you had it, but just the betrayal.
Yeah, it's awful.
The nicest guy in the world.
When you think
Shohei
someone's your
Ohtani.
friend.
I'm the Ipe in this relationship.
Oh yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna impersonate your voice and steal millions and try to bet. So yeah,
I don't have millions, luckily.
All right, let's keep moving.
Number 4.
This one I think is the underrated one. Corey Seager to the Rangers. Corey Seager signed that big, massive $325 million deal. I interviewed Andrew Friedman a couple years ago, and I asked him, hey, a lot of people think you just let Corey Seager walk, and he told me we never got the chance to counter offer. Me and the Dodgers,
that is crazy.
They wanted him. They wanted Corey Seager. They wanted your guy. You love Corey Seager.
I love that swing, dude.
It's a great swing. And, hey, he won a World Series with the Dodgers, World Series MVP, and he ends up going to the Rangers. So I still got that at number 4 because this is a guy who could have been a Hall of Famer for this team. He was the Rookie of the Year for the Dodgers, had so many great moments. I don't think enough people talk about that, hey, he didn't even want to give the Dodgers a chance, not even a chance, to try and negotiate with his agent, Scott Boras. So, stings for me. Let's keep it moving, though.
Number 3.
KD to Russ. I think KD absolutely betrayed Russell Westbrook, which led to that super team in Golden State. Yes, this is not as LA-centric as some of these other ones.
They thought they were friends.
They thought they were friends. I'm sorry, man. I was just saying. You're crazy. Okay, so yeah, they thought they were friends, and they clearly weren't. But here's the difference:
one of them was, but the other wasn't.
Don't worry, man. I'm not going to Golden State. Okay.
So this is a good poll. I like this one.
I mean, look, I think KD has come around a lot, but at the time, you're going to a 73-win team. You let Russell Westbrook stay in OKC. Did go on to set the triple-double record and average a triple-double, win an MVP, but they never won a championship. He just announced his retirement this week. This one stings. Let's keep it moving, though.
Number 2.
This one's a little personal to me. Mike Piazza. Mike Piazza betraying the Dodgers and betraying Vin Scully. I remember being a kid at Dodger Stadium, waiting by those gates for autographs, wanting Mike Piazza's autograph for so many years. Every time I would ask him for it, he would just be a you-know-what.
Really?
And just blow me off.
I had that from Jerome Walton.
It hurts. It stings.
Random name.
A lot of guys would give you those autographs, not Mike Piazza. He would walk by everyone, would never sign, would get completely he would disappear, and it still hurts me. But the thing that really hurts me the most, though, is he took a shot at Vin Scully. No one takes a shot at Vin Scully. When Vin Scully was interviewing Mike Piazza, spring training in 1998, Vin Scully asked Mike Piazza about his contract situation and the fact that Mike Piazza reportedly had given the Dodgers a deadline to get his new deal done, and Mike Piazza said that turned the Dodgers fan base against him. He turned on Vin Scully, took a shot at him and saying that he kind of ruined his reputation. Vin Scully denied it and said it was not true. And you just don't do that. You don't take a shot at Vinny.
100%.
And Mike Piazza, he ends up signing a deal for $80 million. The Dodgers, they offered him $76 million. So I will always loathe and detest Mike Piazza. Let's keep it moving, though.
Number 1.
Should we keep it moving?
Keep bringing it back. This one is the most underrated one. Number 1, Georgia Frontier, the former owner of the St. Louis and Los Angeles Rams. The Rams played their football here all the way up until 1994, and she took that Rams team from Los Angeles to Anaheim to ultimately St. Louis. It's a crazy backstory there where Georgia Frontier was from St. Louis. She wanted to bring a team back there. They used the stadium as leverage, and she basically is the reason why this franchise was not here for decades. They ended up spending 21 years away from LA. It's a wild story about how she even got the Rams from her husband, who had drowned in a pool in Florida. And that was Carol Rosenblum that would have never taken the team out of Los Angeles. And he ends up giving her the team in Georgia Frontier. She ran that franchise into the ground and basically stole decades of NFL football from this market.
Yeah, it was like it was like tick-tock, tick-tock, tick-tock all the time that was lost. You know what I'm saying?
I'm shook.
David Horse, 800, has a request. Where is it? Wow. No one believed that clip of you is real. It is. Wow. Hopefully the clip, this is you talking about me, to all board bosses. Hopefully that clip is on the fan YouTube so I can watch it. It's not a bad idea. I bet we can effort that.
Oh, man. Deep fake.
Yeah.
Deep fake AI. Don't trust everything.
There's something in that was deeply fake. That's our friendship. Unfortunately. All right, mailbag time. Get your comments in there. Bursch and Sammy have been pulling them out, but we'll get some more. If you have a take, a perspective, a question, we got you on the YouTube page at The Fan LA, at The Fan LA. Mailbag next here on DMAC and Reiter. the show, DMAC and Reiter, presented by DTLA Law Group on the new 97.1 The Fan, the voice of LA Sports. Accident or injury, text injury help to 40222. That is injury help to 40222. It's so hard for me not to say, I love this song. I do it every time. You want a little mailbag here?
Mailbag.
Comments from the folks on the stream on YouTube at The Fan LA, at The Fan LA. All right, I haven't vetted these. So we're just going to do them. Ready?
Let's talk to the people.
Is Miati one? Yes, they effed up, went for the wrong players. This team needs offense and speed and got nothing. Tucker was horrible last season. A lot of noise came from the Cubs. He was not that great. This is going back to my concern that Friedman is having an off year, and Roberts too.
And it's very possible that ends up being the case, and he brings up a good point. I mean, we just haven't seen it. I mean, how can you defend the Kyle Tucker signing right now? I mean, he's just been bad, and we're in mid-August, right? We're almost a full year, full season, and Kyle Tucker has not delivered. Tough to argue against it.
It's tough to argue against it. And the thing that I love about sports, and that's interesting about what we do for a living, is this is like life. You are allowed to change. You are allowed to change your story. You are allowed to turn your failures into success. And so Kyle Tucker figures it out and has an October for the Ages, or just a really, really good series, and that can redefine the value of this contract and whether it was a good decision. Like, there's real stakes going on. But so far, we haven't seen anything that leads us to believe that or at least me to believe, that I can feel positive about Kyle Tucker or Edwin Diaz, which is another Friedman decision.
Yeah, and we haven't yet. I'm almost sick of saying, they still have a chance to make up for it in the postseason. Sure, we'll cross that bridge when we get there.
Yep.
They need to help them win games now, though. Like, they need to start stepping up. Everyone's talking about, they're going to have a chance to redeem themselves. The Dodgers don't have the best record in the National League. They don't have the second best record in the National League. So I think it's already fair to say that those signings haven't worked out. And they, as you point out, man, this could just be one of those years where push the wrong buttons.
Can you imagine having to play the Cubs, say, in a short series?
That'd be scary.
Something goes wrong, you lose, anyway.
That offense is gritty.
It is.
Yeah.
And they added a bunch of arms at the deadline.
They did.
Harold Smith, 3035, in the mailbag on the stream at the Fan LA on DMAC and Writers. Right, says, Seth Halverson did not allow a run in his outing with a ghost runner on second. Diaz can't work a clean inning with no runner on to start. He ain't wrong.
He's got better stuff, bigger stuff, and we'll see, too. I mean, I think that Seth Halverson, we talked about it for weeks here, he's kind of like their secret weapon. He's kind of like their wild card. He's that pitcher that's probably not on other teams' radars as much as the other additions, but he's got big stuff, and we know that plays up. We saw it last year in the postseason with Will Klein, and I don't think that Seth Halverson's ultimate role for this team will be to get the final 3 outs in the postseason, but he's going to be a weapon, man, and the more that Edwin Diaz struggles, the more that, look, Alex Vesia has been struggling of late. There's been a lot of guys in this bullpen where their stock has kind of gone down. Seth Halverson's fresh, and he could be ready to go. So I would definitely take a flyer on him and familiarize myself with Seth Halverson.
D-Mac, I meant to ask you this earlier when we were talking Dodgers. So you'll have to sort of remind me how accurate this is, because you just told me earlier, sometimes you think one thing, your memory has one thing, but it's not the thing that happened, right?
Yeah.
I haven't talked Dodgers every day in 10 years, right, on the radio until this job, and I missed it and I love it. And I talked a lot of Dodgers on sort of national radio and sort of more than most people, because I just love baseball and I live in L.A. But it's not like the frequency that you've done your thing, your Dodgers thing. But I have this memory of a long time ago, and even intermittently over the last few years, of there being conversations about how the Dodgers don't believe in a closer, don't need a closer. They can do closer by committee. They can, right? Friedman can find arms. Dave can. That's right, isn't it? There have been seasons where they didn't get a marquee. There was one year that there was talk they were going to get a marquee closer at the deadline. They didn't. Why the focus suddenly on just having to have a marquee closer?
Yeah, I think...
Am I right?
You're absolutely right. And even if it's not the original plan, it's kind of turned out that way in the postseason. We've seen this team rely on starting pitchers to get the final outs of their last 3 World Series titles. Even before that, go back to their last 4. 88, it was Oral Hershiser. 2020, it was Julio Urias. 2024 is Walker Buehler. 2025 was Yoshinobu Yamamoto. And I think that for the Dodgers, it was how could we improve this roster, right? You really couldn't improve the rotation as much until the trade deadline this year when they made the move for Tarek Skubal. And from the offensive side, they added Kyle Tucker. So the big piece was to add another bullpen arm, I think, knowing that the bullpen was bad last year, right? They had to rely on Roki. They had to rely on a banged-up, not good version of Blake Trinan. But I think the best version of this team, the best version of any baseball team for that matter, unless you have a Mason Miller or a Johan Duran, is closer by committee. Because guess what? Sometimes the most important part of a game isn't the 9th inning. Sometimes it is the 8th inning when you're facing the 2, 3, 4, the meat of the opposing team's lineup. And sometimes you don't want to just have those push-button moments. So I think for the Dodgers, you might even see that a closer-by-committee approach if Edwin Diaz can't get back to that guy. Because that's the thing. Everyone out there saying, oh, just put Tanner Scott as the closer. But what happens when you do that is now you got to find your setup guy, right? So it's going to be a big move for the Dodgers to kind of lay out those roles. Are they going to trust? Yeah.
No, I'm with you. They've done it before.
Yeah.
And just the sort of, I guess maybe $70 million is the reason they feel the need to, maybe they believe in his stuff. Maybe it's like Roki and they just, we'll get there.
I mean, it's 5 appearances after the injury. So there's that. I mean, you mentioned how it's changed over the years. Kenley Jansen was a guy for a long time that he held it down.
Yep.
But even in 2020, when he struggled in the postseason, they went to Blake Trinan in that pivotal Game 6. So they're going to put themselves in a position to trust the best arms. If Edwin Diaz is not that, they're not going to force it. I guarantee you they will not force it.
DMAC and Reiter here on the new 97.1 The Fan, the voice of LA Sports. Happy Friday. Thanks for hanging out. We're on the FM. We're also on the stream on YouTube at The Fan LA. At The Fan LA. The other day, I had 2 guys come up to me last weekend and tell me how much they like the show and how much they like you, because they kind of know me a little bit socially. One thought we were a radio show. One thought we were a YouTube show. We're both.
Yeah.
So however you find us, consume us, thank you. You can kind of rock with us on the FM or on YouTube. Carl ZZ5GZ. Is it possible the Dodgers haven't been near full strength all season? Just get there at postseason time. Can I take this real quick? Because I actually had a positive sort of glass half full counterpoint to my Dave Roberts thing earlier that I wanted to make.
Yeah.
Like fairness where it's due. Do you know Nugget Chef? Do you know this person?
In the chat?
No, just somebody on social
YouTube.
who's
Social?
got a pretty good following and does
Gotta
a bunch
check
of
that
Dodgers
out.
stuff.
Nugget Chef.
Here's what he pointed out. Blown away by the Dodgers' ability to absorb massively disappointing performances from star-level players and still succeed, these 7 players have produced a 5.3 F4, Fangraphs WAR, and are being paid approximately $182 million this year. Kyle Tucker, Mookie Betts, Teo, Will Smith, Tyler Glasnow, Blake Snell, Edwin Diaz. And obviously some of these guys are going to come back or are coming back or whatever. But the point being, just for the counterpoint about my worries earlier, another way to look at it, glass half full thing is, Dave Roberts has had $182 million worth of players produce 5.3 WAR this year, and the Dodgers are still just nipping behind the heels of being the second best team in the National League.
That's the positive spin on it, right? I mean, I think that's the way to look at it and say that you've maximized a roster that's filled with guys that are having down years. And we talked about this earlier, right? Go down the list. Dalton Rushing, up year. Freddie down year, Alex Freeland hold, Mookie down year, Max Muncy. I think at this point, you could say
where's Muncy? Hold.
It's still
the last 3 or 4 weeks.
Since the All-Star break, he's been bad, but I think overall he's definitely having a better Max Muncy year. But Teo down year. Pages, the offense is really kind of close to where it was last season. It has not been great.
Has he regressed that much?
I mean, he has
that
those moments,
was
right?
Crazy, dude.
It was an insane start. He was carrying this offense for months, but in the second half of the season, really hasn't been there. Kyle Tucker down year. Shohei having a down year by his standards. So look at that. I mean, that's literally most of your roster is not having a year where you're saying, oh, this is prime version of that player, right?
Yep.
All these players, most of them are past their primes.
All right,
most of them.
I'm going to read the rest of these just really quickly, just because of the time factor. Is my 81? Dodgers are a bad baseball team. It's been over a month and a half and keep playing like crappy. No excuse. They are old and tired. It's August. If they are tired now, they will be. How will they be in December? Suds 5062. Still grateful to be a fan of this team. I think Doc had to give Diaz one last chance last night before deciding on other options for our last 3 outs going forward. It's a fair point. And Daniel, our guy Arriola, who's been a loyal listener since sort of we got going. Love you, Daniel. Roberts is not the real Dodgers manager. He is a puppet for Friedman and Gomez. As long as the Dodgers make the postseason, who cares if they get the 3rd seed? I mean, the 3rd seed though is. You're playing an extra series.
You are.
So,
you subject yourself, set yourself up for that postseason baseball randomness. No one wants to do that, especially because whoever they would play, they would have nothing to lose. They'd be the ultimate house money team in the history of Major League Baseball.
I totally agree. Oh, and at Sports Writer says, what time is it? DMAC and Reiter here on the new 97 on the Fan, the voice of LA Sports. We will get to the bottom. I guess I get to choose, but I'm going to have Doug help me who the a-hole of the week is next on DMAC and Reiter.
this shit like every day.
I know. What up? Welcome back into the show. Doug was just being nice to me. It's DMAC and Reiter, presented by DT Law Group on the new 97.1 The Fan, the voice of LA sports. Accident or injury. Text injury help to 40222. That's injury help to 40222. You can also visit calldowntown.com. I am going to miss you, dude. Like, have a great time. You deserve your vacation. And I really like James Coe's show. It's a great listen. I think he's really talented. Looking forward to doing the show with him. Gonna miss you.
Yeah, I mean, look, the word is agonizing. It's going to be agonizing to know that you're here doing the show with all the people listening and the people in the chat. If something crazy happens, I just don't know what I'm going to do with myself. Like, my wife's going to be like, where's my husband? I'm going to be on a plane back here. She won't even know about it.
Dude, you're going to love Barcelona.
Well, hey, man, you're basically like our tour guide there without even being there.
You're going to love it, dude.
So you have been there basically a million times, and you've lived there.
I've lived there for 6 weeks and 10 weeks. I was there for 2 weeks right before we launched this network in April. I was there for a week in February. Was I there last time? We go a lot.
What was the original? Did you just like spin a globe and put your finger somewhere? Like, what was the original reason why you went out there?
I lived in L.A. I got offered a radio show, a national solo radio show. I accepted it. Then I didn't realize my agent screwed up and didn't tell me that I actually moved to New York. And so I'm like, I don't want to leave L.A. And so basically we had this sort of tormented situation where we're like, do we go? I've always wanted to do my own radio show. So I'm like, all right, we'll just move. How bad can it be? And New York was cool, but it wasn't L.A. We went to New York. It was cold. We were miserable. Like, oh, my God, what have we done to ourselves? And we were looking for vacation. And we were going to go to Miami. And it was $1 billion to rent a car. And on a lark, I'm like, let's go to Barcelona. It looks like the weather's kind of nice. It's super cheap. It's really affordable. Flew there 2019. By the way, we already decided to move back to L.A. So we're going back to L.A. That's why we didn't go to L.A. And fell in love with it.
Wow.
Yeah, dude. It reminds me of Los Angeles. You're gonna love it.
You were saying
There's
that.
hills everywhere. It's on the water. It's like Mediterranean LA.
Hey, man. Go check it out. See what it's all about. I'm going to go to a Barcelona game.
Dude, I know you're going to have a great
time.
Going
to see Barca. Going to learn. What if I come back a Barca fan?
You're going to.
Yeah. Will I?
To.
By the way, I was in an elevator.
Wow.
And there was some guy saw my
great
PSG
story.
jersey. And he was actually a Barcelona fan.
Oh, wow.
And he saw my PSG. And he was like, oh, how long you been a fan? This and that. And he called me a glory chaser.
Wow.
He said I was a glory chaser.
So he knew you.
I was so offended.
He met you before.
I was so offended. He's like, you just like them because they won the last two. Call me a glory chaser.
I mean, I love you. I love PSG. You guys just spent $50 million on Ferran Torres. Ferran Torres thinks he's Messi. What a loser. I'm so glad he's gone.
Wow.
That's soccer talk. That's what people want. Maybe I'll be the A-hole of the week for doing that. A-hole of the week is a segment we do every week, obviously, and we've done a bunch of nominees. Different than Hero of the Day, we decide. This is my week, right? But I'm collaborative. Last week, you're like, here's what I'm deciding. Shut up, Reiter. What I'm going to do with you. Because you're my friend. As we've learned, I'm your friend.
No, like when you do the list and you write into the cross-off thing.
To misquote Severance, you're my best friend. You hate me. You're my very, very good friend. I'm your best friend. You're my very, very good friend.
That's crazy.
And have you seen Severance?
I have not.
So good, dude. Andy Pajes, Jaden Daniels, Mark Walter, Edwin Diaz, cheap MLB owners, 49ers Dodgers fans. I'm even going to let Bursch weigh in here since it's his birthday yesterday and he's going on vacation for 9 weeks. Bursch, do you have a strong sort of view on this? To me, Mark Walter is the leader in the clubhouse.
Mark Walter is a very strong choice, and it feels like it's the right one. But I also think Jaden Daniels would be a very strong choice.
Okay. You want me to do the cross?
The Jaden Daniels thing is just crazy. I mean,
it's pretty awful, isn't it?
It's so childish.
Okay, I'm going to cross off cheap MLB owners because...
I like that one.
Yeah, those yours. All right, I'm going to cross out Edwin Diaz because he's struggling. He's come back from injury. It doesn't make him an a-hole, right? 49er Dodgers fans is good. I think the three finalists are Jaden Daniels, Mark Walter, and Andy Paz. Those are the three finalists for a-hole of the week.
So the Mark Walter angle, too, is this is just assuming that things are kind of what we expect them to be, right?
I'm missing some. Yeah. So maybe I cross him off, but like we put him back on if we find out, right, that he pulled some funny business, which is alleged, or he's just great, right? Because maybe he's heartbroken for selling the Lakers. I say the Dodgers for selling the Lakers.
He could be. He could just need the money.
You can't say that Mark Walter sold the Dodgers. That's a mistake. I don't know what I said. Lakers can't say Lakers. Can't
Mike
say
Walters. Mike Walter.
Oh my God, you
Mark.
are loose.
Oh man,
you are.
Yeah.
That was Doug.
No.
That was Doug McKinney.
No, that's crazy.
What's crazy?
It's because here's the thing. You look at Jaden Daniels. You look at Mark Walters.
Yeah, that's his name.
I'm surprised you don't think this Jaden Daniels thing is a bigger thing.
Honestly, I think you got me there.
Yeah. I mean,
and he's still doing this. Kid wants
who
the
does this
numbers.
guy think he is? Like Joe Burrow, his jersey's not retired, but they just don't do it because he had such a great season in 2019, one of the greatest seasons we've ever seen. I mean, what does this guy think he has? A monopoly, exclusive rights to number 5?
This is why I'm a teammate.
Yeah.
You go out there and you call me annoying and I'm a terrible person, and I want to include you in the process. I want it to be collaborative. So you know what? Jaden Daniels,
yes!
Congratulations for thinking you're Tom Brady. You are the DMAC and Reiter a-hole of the week.
Yeah, I would give you a high 5, but Jaden Daniels says we can't. It has to be a high 4 because he has exclusive rights to the 5. So I would do it, but I can't.
That was good. We played Doug McCain bingo yesterday. And this is what it sounds like when DMAC's loquacious consistency gives me a championship.
Gene, my wife, you mentioned Matthew Stafford with Kyle Tucker. And so I had to end up selling a pair of autographed Kobe Bryant sneakers. And I can say, love Bill Reiter. You're seeing the slug. Nothing, too. He's on the Raiders, right? He's on the Raiders. He would say, hey, it's the fluidity. But hey, okay, mister, hey. Yeah, I mean, look, Kirk Cousins is there.
Doug McCain bingo!
Bingo. Bingo.
You know what's funny? So I know I say a lot of those things.
It's okay.
I know I say a lot of those things, but the one that really is the most shocking one is the hey. Hey,
Oh.
hey, 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 hey.
On the card, it says Doug says hey 3 times in a segment.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, in a segment.
That was the wow.
Yeah, and you did 2 of them really fast, and then I was like, oh, he's not going to say it.
3 times. So I say it so much that you're like, 1's not enough. We got to throw 3 in there.
Yeah, but I do that. We all have those. Don't change.
I will say, though,
don't
the
change.
Raiders one we were talking about should have been the Raiders.
That was on there, too. So I didn't know what was gonna I didn't know it would be too hard. So I threw in every just team and athlete's name.
Yeah.
And then I'd AI just generate 3 different bingo cards for Sammy, for Bersh, and for
Was it hard to
Ryan.
put together?
Honestly, I think the Louis Vuitton one I screwed up. Do you even say that?
I've not said that once on this show.
Ever.
I don't believe so.
Must have been the Gucci thing. No, it was really fun. It was fun. The thing is, I kind of rushed it because you're going on vacation and
Yeah.
I would have taken more time and gotten more, I would have listened more carefully.
So if we do a Bill Reiter one, do we have to let some time pass so it sneaks up on you? Or?
I mean, the thing is, this I didn't want to point this out. The fact that we could do it without you knowing is interesting. You're not gonna be able to pull. I'm gonna know.
How? Because you see me crossing stuff off?
I'm just observing. I'm gonna. I don't know. Maybe you'll be able to pull it off.
I got some other tricks up my sleeve.
Okay.
The Bill Reiter won't be so great though.
No, you can do Bill Reiter bingo. The problem is then I'll just kind of be aware of it, and I'm like, okay, I can't say Big Lebowski thing, and
Yeah, well, that's a good point.
It's got the way it works best is if you don't know what's happening. I mean, look, I don't want to tell you to do it. You could also have him play for you. He could play your card.
That's okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You can also have your card on there. Yeah. I don't give it too many ideas. The show comes first. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, they've got Steezer wants this is a guy who. Okay, so this is the guy who. So that's we got to put that. So people are contributing to Doug. Cause I'm going to play it again. Doug McCain Bingo Part 2. This is a guy who. Okay.
Talks about McMookie shortstop. Complains about Shohei being overworked.
Yeah, there's a lot. I mean, there's a lot. There's some good ones that didn't get in there. With a bullet, I was frustrated. Baseball Jesus. I don't think it was on anybody's card. You explaining. Oh no, you explaining. Weighted runs created plus. That happened yesterday. Did you get that, Bersh?
It was not in the mix there because I think you did it after bingo was already hit. But if we were going for blackout, yeah, easily.
Yeah, so that's next time we could do blackout. That would take.
Right.
That could take a month.
I don't hate LeBron. I love LeBron. I like LeBron.
I mean, you gotta not tell me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Wait, I have 5 seconds left. Oh, I don't usually even listen when Bersh talks in my ear, but I thought he said 5. That's why I don't listen. Just get thrown off.
I'll be listening next week, and I'll be calling, baby.
I've already talked to you in the future, so I've got some insight. Have a wonderful vacation, dude.
My man, appreciate it, man. And thanks for everything, too. You really set us up for a great trip.
Bersh, you too, dude. Thank you, brother. Have a great time in the Philippines. We'll see you in November whenever you're back.
That's right.
It's going to be great. Travel safe, both of you guys. It's been amazing doing the show with you. I'm going to miss you, and looking forward to having you dudes back. Thank you wherever you're listening for listening to the program. We appreciate you. You, too, can play Doug McCain Bingo every single weekday here, 2 to 6 on DMAC and Reiter. Have a great weekend.